is real.
Is there a Mrs. Entertainment?
Hold out their hand. Is there a Mrs. Entertainment? All right. This is going to be a warm-up. Like I said, this one takes as long as you want it to. If you're like, after one session, we're done, then we're done. If you're like half a session, I got it, then we got it. We just move on over to the... Well, actually, it's the same server. But you can start writing your checks there. And if you're like, hey, I like this, I like wiggling my little feeties at the air, we'll go until you're done. Let's get down to it. Let's get down to it. You have been hired by House Nanther to find the scion of the family. Now, I know that when people hear the word scion, they think of magic boys, but it's also a descendant of a notable family, and that's what he is. Oriel Nanther, one of the heirs of House Nanther, if not the heir of House Nanther. You are sent to find him because he and several other scions have recently vanished. There's really no clues and trails that go anywhere, except for one that leads, or hints, at a distant ancient citadel known as Juljarak. Supposedly a stronghold of the orcs, unoccupied for many years. There at least isn't a dwarven stronghold, or they'd already be in there.
Dwarves never leave.
Dwarves only take temporary vacations. As you have been offered a handsome cash prize for recovering the scion, and potentially the rewards of the houses of others, you have set out on your way, following the lead toward Juljarak. It has been 2 days of travel, and on the third day, you stumble across a strange sight. Where you are, by the way, I think it's called the Tarn. The Thar is it's really high up north. If you know the cool like Faerun map, you're pretty much like above Neverwinter. You're in the chilly spots of the world, where it's like below 0 Fahrenheit at night sometimes. Even though it's like
I've
summer.
got a fur coat.
You gotta bring some warm clothes. Now, your sheets don't have everything on it, and that's because I tend to gloss over a lot of stuff when it comes to one-offs, because it doesn't matter. And I don't want to be the guy who craps you over. You have everything that would be reasonable for you to carry in terms of mundane equipment with you.
You have your tents, titans.
Got your little hatchet for chopping down trees, because everyone is like, ho ho ho, we have only swords and no one's got a hatchet, but we can still gather wood. It's like, yeah, cool.
And as someone who has had to take care of blades, I would rather be pissed off if someone used their sword to chop down a tree.
But my sword does 1d12 damage. It's good for chopping trees.
I think a lot of people have the mindset that swords are like Skyrim knives. I sharpen them, and they're sharp forever.
Let's see.
Yeah, my legendary sharp knife doesn't ever need to be upkept.
What is rust? What is oil?
You hit a hard thing more than once.
Rust is a game that is known for being very toxic.
As I mentioned,
bad video game.
the Thar is a swampy, marshy place where the soil is saggy and the rain is ever present. But it rarely ever feels like rain. It's so cold it might as well be liquid hail, chilling the skin as it drips down, making it so that even though it's cold, it feels way colder. Got that nice wind chill occasionally. On day 3, you've finally gone off the beaten path, because originally you followed the Glister road, the road from Mulvond to Glister, for a while, and now you've taken a sidetrack off the road, because Juljarak is not directly on the road. That's how that works. The mist parts to reveal a battleground among a gathering of stone rubble, barely recognizable as an ancient hamlet. While completely ruined, the place is a perfect ambush spot. All that remains of the battle are corpses and the murder of hungry crows. The bodies appear to be mostly orcs. They are in a sufficient state of decay that flies have started to gather, and even from here you can see writhing spots of white on the bodies. Lividity too has set in. A dead horse, half shrouded in the mist, lies amid the dead orcs, and something large and furry is rooting around near it. Even from here you can hear the tendons snap as the creature delights itself upon the flesh.
Guys, it's a Hydra.
Sir Ironheart is just gonna stand there and just survey the battleground, see what killed everything.
You can give me a
Or
spot
if
check.
yeah,
It's gonna be a
find
tough
that
one.
and skill.
Because you're like trying to medically examine a situation from afar. That's not gonna work out.
It's definitely not gonna work out with my -2
But you can always give it an honest try.
roll.
That's about as good as you could hope for, really.
Yeah.
Considering that the vast majority of the orcs are simply decaying and don't appear to have, like... It's hard to tell because of the mist and your distance away, but doesn't look like they were killed by this thing. Not to mention that most of them are, like, next to their weapons.
Would I be able to tell if my Speak with Animals scroll would work on that thing?
Now, I need to look something up for that one. Let's see. I'm looking for it. Please tell me, for the love of God. No, they didn't put that one on. Cool. See, a thing that bothers me a lot is that there's one thing that everyone always has to look up, and that is what knowledge skill belongs to whomst. Does nature revolve around magic animals? No, it doesn't. That's Arcana. Do you have Arcana?
I don't see it anywhere. I have.
It's Knowledge Arcana, actually.
Oh, Knowledge Arcana. Yeah, I do have that.
Wink. Alright. Well, then I'll just say that you were able to tell the type of a creature, which is that this thing... Is this an animal? It's a magical beast. If your animal scroll says that it can affect animals, it doesn't affect this.
Ah, okay.
I think it's just animals, not like magical animals.
Yeah, it says you can comprehend and communicate with animals. So yeah, it doesn't specify magical animals, so it would not work. Okay. Does it seem to have noticed us yet?
It seems very preoccupied with its meal, to the best you can tell.
Shall we
However,
sneak around?
with your natural knowledge, you would know that many animals possess a keen sense of smell. This isn't like as precise as seeing things, but it does mean that they will notice you when you get too close and you're not upwind enough.
Sir Ironheart pulls out Geraldo, but like doesn't make any moves to attack. They just stand ready, wait for anyone else to make decisions.
So the orcs don't look like they were killed by this thing. They look like they were killed by something else.
They
That-
have been seized by rot.
That's the best that the Sir Ironheart can figure out.
Okay.
I can try and maneuver my way closer and get a closer look at least one of them. Like whatever's furthest away from the...
Oh, yeah, there's one thing that
Big
Sir
beast.
Ironheart would have noticed that I forgot to mention. You do notice that there isn't just orcs. There does appear to be like an orc that's lying on top of someone else. That is distinctly shorter.
It's a short orc.
I point to them.
A shark.
Claire's not here, sadly.
Yeah, I can try and get my way closer and at least look at whoever's underneath that if they're far enough away from the beast. Don't want to go too close.
Marvelous. Well, then move yourself. The timer has sprung.
Stay as out of line of sight as I can behind the trees.
Sir Mariphos will keep Ironheart will keep themselves close.
Yeah, Sir Metal Fist isn't here anymore.
No,
It's a different guy.
close to Lyric.
Lyric now is close enough that he can examine the situation and tally that there are 6 dead orcs. Again, one of whom is currently lying on top of someone else that is definitely not an orc, as you can see some of the skin, which is, distinctly less green. Even though putrefaction is starting to kick in.
Do we know the general race of the person that
The
we're
racial
looking for?
composition of the people you're looking for. None of them are dwarves. I think they're all humans or elves.
Right.
Let me just give you the. Let me just look it up and give you the full lowdown, hoedown. Gosh, so much stuff here. Let's see. We've got a male human, female half elf, Male human, and the male human.
Short black hair, green eyes, long face with a firm chin.
None of
So, yeah,
them have been described as particularly short.
yeah. Like, you'd think that'd be a thing they'd mention if they're telling you to look for something.
Mm-hmm. The creature briefly raises its head, and its beak shivers at the air for a moment as it looks around and then returns to its meal.
Okay. Can I try to silently move closer to it, being that I am a partial rogue hybrid?
I mean, if you have the skill to move closer, then you can, but at a certain point, you're going to have to start to roll because even though this thing's distracted, it's not an
I
idiot.
have move silently skill. I'm gonna
Okay.
try to sneak.
Well, you can get about as close as Lyric is before it starts to become a problem. Yeah, you can definitely just be there, amidst the fog. What do you wish to do once you are closer?
Well, I'm gonna try to observe it as much as I can.
The creature?
Yes.
Giving it a good once over. It's about the proportions of a bear, but it has a beak. Its claws are nonetheless sharp, and unlike a bear, are distinctly more visible.
I'd say it's a bit of a bug like a bear.
More like an owlish bear.
A bugbear is a big goblin.
Yeah, a bugbear is a person.
Okay, I think I have an idea of what we should do. We should try to sneak past it. But if anything goes wrong, I want to try. I guess I could use my scroll of sleep. See if I can put it to sleep.
I can also just try to like stab it in the back really hard. I am good at that.
I would prefer
There's-
to avoid conflict if we can.
Yeah,
There's
this
no
thing
need
looks like it
to
would tear us in
fight.
half. I'm very frightened of this big thing.
I would like to point out that sleep has some limited strength when it comes to things. Specifically, it keys off of hit dice. And the bigger and stronger something is, the more hit dice it likely has.
Oh, wait. I have a scroll of silence, but that might not help against its sense of smell.
I've got one of animal trance, which also lists magical beasts to do nothing but watch you. So I could distract it long enough for people to rifle through things.
Yeah, that's a good idea. It can eat you, and the rest of us can move on.
Hey, I'd rather not be eaten if I can help it.
I'd rather the bird not be eaten either.
Honestly, it's probably not a good idea if any of us die here.
Oh, that's pretty cool. We're animals and magical beasts as long as they're stupid.
If they got no brain. Okay,
Marvelous.
so what I think I could do with that is get up onto that rock where it can't reach me and then do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the very least, like, it won't just be able to run at me and instantly smack me as soon as the spell fails.
Oh, that's pretty cute.
Chance to run away.
Animals not trained to fight are not allowed saving throws. That's pretty cool.
So if there's a whole bunch of little cats, just do
Now-
a dance.
Spells like these have what I'd like to call the what clause, which is technically speaking, you are in a forest and you're surrounded by animals. So technically speaking, there's like a bajillion things that will soak up all the hit dice before you get there because.
It's a whole lot of slugs under a rock, and they're all really fascinated.
The spell works. The problem is that you didn't hit your target. But animal trance. All right. There are two steps to this process. First, you have to roll to see how many hit dice you affect because spells are not always that reliable. 2d6 that is for thee to roll thee-ishly.
Bang bang. Yeah,
Oh, that's not enough.
that's dookie.
You need a 5, which is like, oh man, that's Considering that you're rolling on a bell curve, that's like sad.
Yeah, that is sad.
Unfortunately, because this includes verbal and somatic components, the creature raises its head and peers over at you because that was the point, to be seen.
Yeah. Hi, big guy.
It lets out an intimidating, deep, very strange, repeated, clicking, roaring like sound before it returns to its meal, keeping an eye on you the whole time.
Yeah, I'm gonna just scoot away from the edge and hide.
Since it's watching Lyric, would it be easier to? Would you think it would be easier to sneak around?
I mean, yes, that does
Yeah,
technically make it
might be
distracted.
good.
All right, I'm going to take advantage of the opportunity, and I guess I'm going to try to move 15 feet here and see if I can get as wide of a berth as I can. Could I jump over this tree?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. I climb over the tree
No
and I try
swamp.
to.
There's plenty of undergrowth and cover, as well as fog.
Yes, I try to do that and move around this way.
Is there something specific you hope to obtain from the battlefield, so that I know?
Well, I'm trying to figure out which direction we're supposed to be going.
If you want to continue your trail to Jujarak, it is easy enough to see where a group of people left this ambush site. Knowing where to continue going is not a problem.
Okay, yes, I would like to sneak in that direction if it's possible. And then I sort of motion for the others to come along.
I guess I will join in this sneaking about.
Ironheart will try to keep himself between Diamond and Leaf.
Lyric got growled at and is quivering in fear.
Poor little baby.
Baby.
Poor
Just
little
a little
baby.
baby man.
Little baby. Baby man! Get out of there. Alright. This is the part where I click all your tokens and make them disappear.
Wow.
And so another day, through the cold, your feet sinking in the ground every once in a while, as you are, in a land of water and dirt, soggy dirt, of mossy rocks, of overgrown trees, of hanging vines that suck the humidity from the air. Eventually, this path takes you on to day 4. You find yourself confronted with activities in life. A thin stream of smoke becomes visible, for the fog hangs low and you can peer into the sky. This distinct feature is an indication of life, for forest fires tend to become large rather quickly, and this fire has stayed constant for the last 10 minutes.
Ooh.
In addition, at a certain point, you will pick up the sounds of conversation, rather loud conversation, of deep, growly voices. More ruins grow from the ground. Stonework, old and withering. Walls reduced to heaps of stone, and only light efforts made to repair the wooden flooring. Boop.
Whoosh.
Oh, that's neat. Dun,
Ah.
dun, dun. Although you cannot see far, you do still hear the voices coming from the south. They are distant and partially, well, they're not very muffled because you're currently in one of the parts of the swamps where there's not too many trees around. It's mostly undergrowth and moss and sunken sections. And as mentioned, buildings that have decayed into few remaining walls. It'll take a minute for Bell and Dizzy to get in there, it seems. Oi. I know why it will take Dizzy a while, because they have to take it all the way across oceans. Well, to be fair, they have to take it for Zala too. I'm cursed by the oceans.
I'm so far away.
Yeah, you're an ocean away from all of us.
Fiberglass.
Where would we find our languages known if you put those
What known?
languages? Oh wait, I found it. No languages. It's fine.
No languages. You speak in nothing.
Yeah, you speak in nothingness, Bella. It's just how it goes.
Dun, dun, dun. Bella and Dizzy refuse to come in. Those are one of my
No.
favorite things. Get in here.
I'm on my way.
Or is the
Also, I
lighting
like
that
the
demanding for you?
I like the little health thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are nice.
It really shows you how one of the party here has got all the... I mean, to be fair, Sir Ironheart has a +4 con score, so they get a lot extra.
Yeah. Yeah, you
And
stand
there's
in
a
front.
Also, they're an HC12 class, so they start off with like 16 on first level. It's only up from there. It's all uppies.
Leaf is about all the health.
All
all
uppy,
the
no
leaf.
downy.
Dang it, you just won't load in, will you?
No.
Let me see if turning everything back a moment will help. Probably get this one out of my navigation. And that one, and that one. Gosh, it's just being very annoying about this in general. Alright.
That's the off map.
Oh, there we Oh no, I'm in the swamp again.
Directive 1: protect the kitty.
So,
None may harm the
Uh,
kitty.
by the way, a quick tip for you. Oh, you've actually loaded in now, supposedly.
Yeah.
I can see.
I can see, I can sing, I can dance.
I can fight.
Also, Bella, we all know Directive 1 is the buddy system.
Anyway, as mentioned, you are currently standing inside of a thicker fog than last time, restricting your view. Well, no, it's about the same, actually. As mentioned, up ahead are growly voices, and also the slight sound of labor. You know, hammers hitting wood.
I don't seem to have loaded in for me. Like, I was loaded in before, but now it's a gray screen.
Give me a moment, I'm gonna jerk you around, see if that helps.
Because you can't switch scenes until resources... Oh, there we go. You don't need tokens with vision in the scene.
Bloop.
Oh, okay, yeah, now I'm back.
Back in black, baby.
Perhaps,
What do you wish to do with
Uh,
this? Hmm?
perhaps you should go on ahead first, Sir Ironheart.
I will go on ahead. I have a one question. Would being tactical be wisdom or intelligence?
I'd probably be wisdom.
What are you
No.
What are you trying to do here, Sir Ironheart?
I'm just saying for the future. Guess he's just gonna
You're a fighter.
walk on in.
We saw fire on our way here, right?
As you corner the walls, Sir Ironheart, you become confronted by the sight of a greenish individual. They are dressed in leather armor, by the looks of it, and wield a hammer with which they are slowly but surely attempting to make repairs to some sort of small boat that lies within the waters. They have not immediately noticed you because they are preoccupied with their labor. But if you stay where you are, they will certainly pick up on you soon enough.
I gotta remember myself of what the guy we're looking for. His name is
Oriel.
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 I think I'm going to follow in behind Sir Ironheart, and I'm going to cast a spell on him.
Oh.
I'm going to cast Shield of Faith.
Neat.
If
Very
that's a thing,
handsome
I can make it show up on the... There we go.
So we're going in expecting a fight.
I sort of am. It doesn't hurt to be safe.
And
So that's
Sir
for 4
Ironheart
minutes.
has Geraldo drawn, but not at the ready.
Geraldo.
Ta-da.
Toru.
Let me see, you got Shield of Faith slapped on yet? Let me get that one out of the common buffs section. Give me that Faith Shield. Let me slap it on. Curse smack. Level 4. Online. Set this buff level equal to the thing. Gotcha. Alright. How long does this last? Why doesn't it mention? Who knows?
Yes, it lasts for 4 minutes per, or 1 minute per level, and I'm level 4, so it lasts for
Well,
4
then you
minutes.
better be fast because minutes go quickly.
Alright, well, Sir Ironheart's just gonna walk in, just gonna be like, "Excuse me, we are looking for Oriole Panther. Have you heard of them?"
When you get a little closer, you see a small fire. At first, it becomes this orange glow, and eventually, it becomes the crisp definition of a fire, around which sit several individuals, who are poking idly at it while drying meat overhead. The smoky flavor would not hit your nose because you're a machine, and thus it just smells like smoke.
It smells like burning.
It smells like burning. As you decide to address the figure, let's see how he feels about the situation. Oh, papa. I need to pull up something I got. There we go. Let's take a look-see at this table. What did you get? You aren't being nice. I nod my head knowingly, despite being very stupid.
That's what I do all the time.
Let's see. Ooh. The creature in front of you does not immediately reach for his weapons, and he simply looks and tries to ascertain the situation as to what your deal is, one might say.
I continue approaching and say, "Huh?"
Because I would like to point out that you are a metal man. You're not exactly a common sight.
"We are looking for Oriole Panther. Have you heard of them?"
As you get a little closer, and shimmers slightly with a magical energy, the figure, his face becomes, he starts to squint, and slowly puts his hammer down. Let's see, I need to know the name of the guy. I think it's Rule. Ah, yes. He says that you are currently trespassing on the lands of the warlord Thrul.
"We are not looking for the Warlord Thrall. We are looking for Oriole Panther. Have you heard of them?"
I've not heard of such a person. But you would do best to turn around and go back to your silly lands.
"Very well, we will be on our way." Just continue through.
As you turn around,
Well, not turning around, I'm continuing through.
you see him slowly reach over to a sword that is balanced against the side of the ship that he's working on. You are a strange creature, and perhaps you would make quite a prize.
I would not recommend reaching for your weapon. We are only looking for Oriole Panther.
You're
do not know
not
them.
looking though. You looked away, Bella.
Oh, okay, then never mind. I did not say that. Just continue. Good dog.
As he does so, you suddenly hear a wooden tap, tap, tap. Loud enough that you could probably hear it from a short distance away. And I think, yeah, Leaf on the Wind could see that some of the orcs who were around the fire pit, like, turn around to face all of you and ascertain the situation.
I turn to Lyric and look at Davin Pedo where I think she might be through the fog and say, "There are orcs ahead. They don't look friendly. Be cautious." And I motion for them to come up.
Yeah, I'm taking cover behind this wall, trying not to be seen.
God dang it, what's my phone up to? Yes, oh, God.
Everything okay?
Oh my God, I'm so shit pissing tired of this fucking week. Every day it's something I gotta do or go. No. How's this? God dang. It feels like I haven't had a day off in like a week or two. Because Sunday was shit, and Saturday was the usual stuff. And now today is another day of things. Alright, slap slap. Let's go. What were you up to? Lyric is trying to stay in hiding. To be fair, this guy seems to be mostly fixated on the fine prize. By this point, he's clearly got his hand on something that glitters in the light, and his other hand has reached for something else. What moves do you make? And Diamond, what are you doing in the back? Are you going to make a move that's smart? Or are you going to be like all the way back there when something happens?
Long distance to go for a rogue monk.
I mean, like 50 feet of movement speed, yes, but a lot of this is marshy swampland. And running straight through that is not the best and smartest idea in the world. Although if you're not wearing shoes, I guess at least you can't have like you step in and your shoe gets sucked off your foot. And you trip
would
over yourself.
suck.
Yeah, but you're getting the squelches between your toesies.
God, that's just gross.
It's bad all the way around. That's why swamps suck.
Diamond, the question was, why are you hanging out in the back so far?
Yeah, come on up.
I'm coming.
Has the first orc seen me yet, or has he been a little distracted by Sir Ironheart?
Let's have a look. Why does this not include... Oh, this doesn't include skills. Why doesn't this include skills? It's called a freaking stat block. I need skills. Specifically the ones that he actually has ranks in.
Because if so, I was going to ask if I could quickly like hustle behind this wall and get my crossbow ready, just in case.
It's possible that thanks to the fog he hasn't noticed you. Because he's not looked around or anything. His attention is squarely on the metal man. The other... Can you see it from here? Sort of. One of the orcs inside...
I can see some orcs over here, yes. I would just... Is readying an action a thing in 3.5e?
You can ready an action, to be sure.
Okay, then I'd ready an action to... If Sir Ironheart is charged by orcs, I want to ready my crossbow and shoot whatever orc comes at him from my hidden position.
I need to know what...
And I look to Lyric. I look to see if he has any ranged weapons on him.
I need this guy to have on him.
I've
A
got a
boom.
bow.
You got a bow? Okay, you should probably do the same.
The guy next to the boat
I'm gonna
has...
just get closer because I can punch and I have javelins.
Well, since Diamond Petal has really no good way to cover, the orc notices you, and since you're all like being a little fishy at this point, a command is barked from the rear lines.
Bark, bark.
The command
it
is
sound like
barked in tune with the fact that a large boar has decided to liberate itself from the building and the tarps that hang overhead.
So it does sound like a war bark.
Leaf on the wind, you had readied an action. You may
Yes.
discharge at will as you hear the sudden cry of war.
Okay. I was actually readying for
If
Sir
they
Ironheart to be
made a move.
charged. Like if any of them moved. But I'm assuming some of them probably have moved at this point.
Nobody's moved yet. They've just been given the order to it by the sounds of it.
Okay, then I'm still going to ready my action to shoot whatever orcs come at Sir Ironheart.
Excellent. Well, then that's your turn. Lyric, do you want to do anything?
Well, they gave the order. Can only see one of them, so I'm just gonna whip out a wand and cast a thing on them. So I
The
have
others.
a magical wand.
The others are presumably in the decaying structure you see in the fog. Confusion.
I think it would
Lesser.
send a good message if the scout was confused.
Oh, my stomach. It makes noises.
Oh no.
I have acid, and today is shopping day, so I haven't done my shopping yet.
Oh, no.
Take a guess who is hungry? It's me.
I have a
alright.
salad.
Let's see, lesser confusion. That should be enchantment. Where is this confusion at? Oh. No lesser confusion here. Is it here? Is it in the bard list? Does it? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's in the bard list. That makes sense. It's confused for 1 round. Nice. It works as confusion. All right.
But lesser.
What I need to know is what the range is on this thing, because it probably is absolute garbage. It's like 25 feet. You cannot affect him from here.
Wow, it is not listed, so
Excuse me for
I
that
know
one.
that. In which case, I'll just.
Leaf points to her crossbow and points to your bow.
Eh. I mean, I'll do the same thing as Leaf, I guess. Just kind of follow the leader.
An orc comes from behind the stonework and ducks behind the boat. He takes some effort to try and lift it up onto the shore and make it into a better bit of cover. Like he puts it on his side so that it's easier to hide more of your body behind it. There's some shuffling in the distance, and Sir Ironheart and I think Diamond Petal can see like the edge of an orc slipping behind the walls. This one has a crossbow in hand, and he will make a strike. He will discharge his weapon at the metal man he was told about. So Ironheart, a bolt whoosh, swooshes past and glances off of your metal skin.
Did you roll for it? I didn't see it.
Yeah, I rolled for it.
Okay. Secret rolls.
Whee! This guy will just peek around the corner. Weapon at the ready. Ooh, here we go. Of course, Sir Ironheart has very good defenses. A big, massive boar, beset with plenty of tusks and rugged fur, almost as if it is a twisted form of the natural beast, splashes into the water and jumps back out, letting out a...
Can I?
Hmm?
Can I let out? Can I release my?
Your ready to action was for orcs.
Ah. Okay.
Gotta be careful. You're caught a little off guard that a boar is walking around here.
A boar is like orc adjacent.
I mean, they
They
got the
both have
tusks.
tusks.
They do have the tusks, and they got similar noses if you push them up like that. Like a piggy. What is Peppa Pig teaching these children? There's a fine fellow in the back who begins barking orders, telling them to pin the metal man and take him in. Oh man, I'm so professional. He peeks out slightly behind his cover so that he may fire it at the person that he's not been told to pin down, the monk. But, you know, orcs are strong boys. They're not nimble. Diamond Petal.
Actually, since they fired at me,
Yes.
can I use my reflect arrow?
It's because they'll deflect arrows, and once per turn it lets you negate a range attack, not fire them back.
Except for I have reflect arrows on my sheet.
Do you now?
Yeah, it's right here. Bada boom.
Reflect arrows.
I don't know why I have it, but I have it.
Oh, I think that's a monk thing. Because there's a bunch of classes, specifically I think monk and ranger are the ones who get access to feats they're not supposed to have yet.
So yeah, I have reflect arrows.
You should not have reflect arrows.
Prerequisite Dex 25. Jesus.
Yeah, I was wondering how that was
I
here
think-
because I didn't
think
make this character.
I think what happened is that I misread when I was putting feats down, because they are pretty much the same word. There you go.
Now I
Marvelous.
cry.
Now you cry. Anyway, Diamond Petal. A large boar has decided to accost you with its girth. It is dripping with water and has left a hole in the fog due to its rather
I'm gonna-
voluminous movement.
Because I have a lot of movement, I can move around it, so I don't trigger attacks of opportunity. Because I believe attack of opportunity in 3.5 is moving through.
Moving out
A
of a
threatened
threatened square, not through.
Well, it doesn't matter. I have enough space. I'm gonna flank it.
You approach it from the other side with your incredible speed. Whoosh.
And then, because I can do these blended maneuvers, I'm going to use my classic flurry of blows.
No, I don't want to pee on your parade, but I think Flurry Blows requires you to put your 2 hands, feet down on the ground. When you take a full attack.
It's a full round attack. Dang it.
Yeah. When
Okay.
Wait, what the hell? Maybe it doesn't. What the heck? So it also affects attacks of opportunity. Oh, must make a full attack. Okay, there you go. How goofy that it affects your attacks of opportunity too. That's kind of neat.
So what I'm gonna do is instead, I'll use Stunning Strike on it.
Marvelous.
Stunning Fist.
Give me
And
the
since I'm
stun.
flanking, I can get my my backstab bonus.
Yes.
Okay, now combat tab, unarmed strike. Wait, dang it, that's the wrong button. I forgot how this one worked.
You have to click the
There's
little
the action.
The little sword,
Yep.
yes.
Let's see.
Little sword.
Combat status flanking
Mm-hmm.
and sneak attack. Go.
You try to stun this voluminous beast after delivering onto it an ouchie. Gosh, what is this? Ignore, apply half damage. Ignore critical hit. Force apply precision damage. Oh, that's interesting. Wow, there's so many things here. There's concealment, full concealment, charged, covered. Behind, improved cover. Squeezing, prone, defensive, fighting until... Jesus, there's like buttons for everything. I can even set my custom thing. The boar shivers, its hairs on end, as it feels the ripple of a blow through its system. Then it must make a fort save, or become stunned. No, that's a great roll. It's fine. It doesn't seem to be stunned at all, as it continues to move wildishly. To be expected from a creature that is so large. This gentleman also leans out of cover. Gives you the old bolt. Of course, as I mentioned, they are not amazing at this. They're not very dexterous. They don't use these things very often. Even from the distant fog, you can tell. Not to mention that you're currently engaged in melee combat. So there's a lot more moving around to your favor, and enemies that you can use
Firing
for
into
cover.
melee is a bad thing.
Let's see. Well, he doesn't. He's... I mean, your odds are not great, but you gotta give it a try, man. He takes an action to click, and then he fires, and he rolls incredibly.
Yes.
Because he rolled a 20. Diamond Petal. You would take 7 damage, but I think you have something that helps with that.
I think I do. Let me go double check.
You must have one hand free to use this feat. Once per round, when you would normally be hit with a ranged weapon, you may deflect it so that you can take no damage from it. You must be aware from the attack and not be flat-footed. It does not have any
And
special...
I am those things.
Yes, so no damage taken as you smack aside an arrow that would have certainly hit you right where it hurt. Sir Ironheart.
Alright. Well, the boar is the immediate threat.
But
Because
he's
he's
being
right
flanked
next.
anyway.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna use a swift action to tactically strike it.
Marvelous. What does that even do?
Gives me 2d6, and also if Diamond Petal was adjacent to me, they'd get 5 feet of movement, but they're not. So
Give him the beans. That's not the right button. You gotta click the little sword.
Yeah, it's weird in this version. I had to remember this from when we did the tryouts.
As much as the 3.5 sheet is very expansive, it certainly has some weird judgment calls.
add 2d6 to that, and whack. Wait, is that with 2d6? Apparently.
That... Yeah.
I rolled 2 1s.
You just rolled some incredible damage. The boar lets out a loud snarl. However, it is but a wild animal. Leaf on the wind. You are confronted with a large animal that is thrashing around with your friends.
Okay. I can see these 3 orcs sort of crouched behind the boat, right?
Yes, they have cover, but they are still very much visible.
Okay. I think now might be a good time to try that scroll of sleep I have. So
This is definitely a time to use something like sleep, yes.
yeah. So I move up. Just a minute, I can do that. I move up 10 feet just to get a little, or sorry, I would move 5 feet just to get a little bit of shot, and then I use scroll of sleep. On
Sleep is actually medium range, so you can cast that from like 100 feet away and you're good.
Yeah, 100 feet away. I looked it up, so it should I cast it like in a 10-foot
With
square.
a
in this
wave of your
area.
hands, you effect in a 10-foot radius burst, so it actually will hit all three of them with the greatest of ease. With a wave of your hand, the area shimmers briefly, creating this sense of drowsiness within those caught. Let's see. It lasts for a few minutes. Is this a magical sleep, or are we following Pathfinder 2e rules where basic sleep is useless? They are helpless. Aha! Normal noise does not. You have to slap him, or give him an ouchie.
I'll give him a slap.
I love that it says that sleep does not target unconscious creatures.
Yes, I would hope.
Double sleep.
Hey, sleepy boy, sleep.
Now, the funny part about that I just realized, it means that if you're already sleeping, it doesn't mean that you're now magically sleeping, which means you do wake up from noise, which means that you wake up from the spell casting, maybe? That probably would happen before the spells. Point is,
So if
sleeping...
you have narcolepsy, you're halfway immune to the sleep spell.
The point is that there's some meta strats here I don't want to think about.
God,
All right.
just reminded me of
Okay.
a stupid Yu-Gi-Oh strat.
All right, Orcs, give me your worst saving throw. Oh, God. Yeah, I saw that one coming. The Orcs, who are like leaning up against it with their little crossbows, they close their eyes and then, in like the slow blinking kind of fashion. Then one time they keep it shut for a second, and then all three of them just kind of hang over the side of the boat.
Ah, yes. Okay.
Critical
then
success.
I'm going to take a step behind the wall and sort of use it as cover.
I'm
And that'll be my turn.
Oh, I'm so very upset because the stat block thing also doesn't have. What it also doesn't have is ways to apply certain status effects. It's amazing. All right, well, those orcs are out of commission. Let's see. Well, I think that a morale check is in order because they are not doing so hot. Not to mention the fact that magic got thrown around. That's also never a good thing. I keep forgetting that I put all these things in Foundowy. Oh, get out of here, treasure packets. Let's see. Let's roll some numbers. Oh, it's supposed to be 2d10. There we go. Let's take a look. Or was that a 2d? God dang it. I know that reaction tables is 2d10. O2E rules. You're so goofy that you're not rolling a d20 and want to have averages. And I see why. Let's see. Morale ratings. They're that one. They are currently affected by magic. Several of their people are currently out of commission. Oh. Well, a lot of them are worried and nervous. Lyric, what do you do?
Well, I guess to help the two fighters who are actually fighting, I mean,
the only orcs you can see are currently having a nap.
yeah, they're just chilling out. The bros having a sleepover.
Yeah, just cuddling. One wants a big spoon.
Yeah, I guess I'll start singing a little motivational song to help them fight the pig. Could probably get a little bit closer. That don't involve stepping out of cover. Don't know what range my thing has.
Your bardic music.
Yeah.
Allow me to assist by looking up the bardic class. Inspire courage. Let's see. All right, that's really cool. What's the range? Here we go. Fascinate is 90 feet. Inspire courage is... All right. I guess it's just if you can hear them.
Yeah, so I guess I don't need to step out of cover.
Inspire from inside a box.
The best part is it lasts for as long as they hear you and 5 rounds thereafter.
So you could just stop now and you still got like 30 seconds.
So it's just like, hey, yo, each go.
Go,
Give 'em heck.
Fight the pig. Fight that pig.
Hmm.
Do a little dance.
I feel it. I'm emboldened.
I'm having sleepy times. I'm in the back. This guy hasn't gotten the memo yet. He dives into some low-hanging moss. He gets prone and everything, and fires his crossbow. Oh wait, he can't. He has to reload it first. Excuse me. Has to just take care of that. He's lazy, but he's also asleep. click, click, and then let's teach that monk a little. Let's teach him a little lesson.
It's not worked out for them well so far.
You get hit. Would you like to negate the damage?
I would like to negate the damage.
No damage for you. The boar is hurt and thrashing.
I'm insistent.
It's also surrounded on all sides. So it doesn't feel... Because it's an animal. In case you didn't know, animals generally don't fight to the death. I mean, people tend to underestimate like how weird it is that humans want to fight to the death at all.
Yeah, most animals would be like, oh no, I took some damage, I'm out, because it's not worth it.
You know what fights to the death? Bugs.
Yeah,
that's
because
what-
bugs are
yeah.
dumb. Damn it, why is Claire not here?
God damn it, I'm supposed to... Let's see, what kind of animal is this? Low intelligence. Is that what? No, it's a... Let's see. Okay. The boar, coming to realize that it's currently between someone who knows how to punch and someone who's got a big sword. It has blood on its fur. It's dripping with water. So it's cold, it's annoyed, it shivers in place. It just had a key punch. It lets out this loud, boisterous sound. And Diamond Petal, it suddenly charges towards you at full speed. Like it stomps its hooves on the ground, breaking the old windmill vein that it's standing on. And then it just picks a direction, which happens to be you, and just starts running at you.
Oh no.
It's pretty much like a like that. Yes.
I wanna be here. What?
I think this is technically called a bull rush. No, that's pushing people back. What's the one overrun? Plow over or push an opponent aside as you move. Let's see how that works out for you. Attacks of opportunity. Do anyone know if you want to take it? Because this thing's getting out of here. Oh, you
I
can
kind of want to take it, because I go next anyway.
What does avoiding do? Defenders the option to simply avoid. You can always move through the square occupied by someone who lets you by. Well, I imagine you want to let it by because you have no reason to stop this baby boy.
Yeah, I'll just let it go then. There's no
mo-
reason to keep hurting it.
It moves off as a double action, so it's like 80 feet away.
And it's unselect.
The Orc Sergeant, the man in the back, takes a brief moment to deeply inhale because he needs to yell out an order. He yells out to retreat because if you lose 3 people in one turn, you gotta run. That's called the fireball rule. So he takes his whole standard action to get the full breath in his lungs, and he yells for retreat. And then he himself is gonna start to book it. At this point, if you want to, you can just let them leave.
I mean, I'm a good aligned person. I have no reason to really chase them down.
Yeah,
At-
it sounds like it's a waste of
at worst-
resources to do
At
that.
worst, if
Go
we
ahead.
need
Plus, none of us
information,
actually
just-
got hurt.
They do not know Oriole and Anther. We
But-
shall continue.
In that case, the fight is over, and you are left with 3 orcs sleeping. Because they're like asleep for a whole minute. Combat
Yeah.
doesn't take that long.
I'm gonna go do one thing. I'm gonna break their crossbows on the way so that they can't really pursue us.
That's a good idea.
I will help with that.
You,
Seems super
I'm just gonna
bad.
do that thing where you walk up to like a line of coconuts and just start punching the crossbows.
that's just mean, man.
Actually, nah. Sir Ironheart wouldn't do that.
What was it? A light-hafted weapon. What? A projectile weapon. There's a hardness of 5 and a hit point of 5. I think you can break those with ease.
Here's what I just did.
I mean, all you really need to do is like cut the bowstring.
That's just
Or I could just take their bolts and give them to me because I have a crossbow.
Yeah, but that'd be a lot of bolts to carry. and
Dr.
everything
Cox,
that
that's
wouldn't work.
property damage.
Yeah, but Dr. Cox doesn't care.
At least it doesn't violate his Hippocratic oath.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to do anything with the 3 remaining orcs, or are you like moving on?
We should move on.
We got places to be and people to punch who are not these orcs.
Delightful. In that
Probably
case,
ask them questions.
tokens be gone.
Whoosh.
On the 5th day of traveling, you meet up with someone at night. The 5th day, once more the malls of Thaw. It's either like drizzling or raining. It's constantly foggy on some level, even if it's just a low-lying, like you can't see your feet fog. On day 5, as you begin to set up your camp and establish yourself for the night, someone approaches your camp. They are in the dim gloom of your campfire. Oh no, wait, I forgot you're like really high up, so technically speaking, days are like super long. So it's like 9 a.m., p.m., whatever, and it's still like very bright daylight. Man, there's a reason why you need a tent up there. It's just to get some fucking sleep.
Yeah.
An individual approaches your camp. Well, actually, an individual and his pet dog, by the looks of it. Well, pet dog is a bit underestimating. It's like a waist and up high dog. A wolf, one might say.
That's a
For-
big dog.
It's a very big dog.
Pupper.
There's something about wolves that always gets me, and it's that they don't have the same expressiveness on the face as dogs do. Like, you could tell that they just look.
Yeah, they lack the certain aspects of their eyes that allow them to emote in ways that humans adapt to.
Hello, that dog. Hello, that dog. I love that. I love that one. It's applicable to all dogs of all kinds. The figure you are looking at has orcish features. He has the tusks and everything, but his skin color is not quite as green, nor does he have that like excessive bulk that most of them tend to develop. Like even a very low strength orc still has like a very defined musculature. Just something about how they grow. A low muscular baseline, you might say. That's how you interpret a +4 strength. His pet wolf stays behind, like heels basically, as he approaches you. He has his hands up and tries to make it clear that he is not a combatant. Not interested in a fight. If he was, after all, why would he walk straight up to you unless he was some sort of samurai looking for a duel? He introduces himself. I'm Harvok, and I would like to know why non-orcs are this far out. Unless you've missed the Glister Road.
No, we left the Glister Road actually.
Where are you going? You're getting dangerously close to where the orcs call their home.
Yeah, we already talked to a few of them.
No, I'm talking about the fortress they have.
Sir, you want to come back me up here?
Yes.
Affirmative.
Walk to the side of Untitled.
Oh.
Sort of,
Uh,
sort of,
Head around.
you know, drawn, but I established. Do not worry, I am always at the ready. I do not intend harm unless you intend harm.
I may have made a mistake.
He's already made it clear that he does not intend harm.
We're looking for some people.
What kind of people? People at home in the wilds, because they just take a while to get home.
Humans.
There was a kidnapping. Kind of stick my head out from behind the fighters.
The heck?
I am 115 pounds and 5'8". I am scrawny, Dizzy.
Yeah, but I'm tiny. I'm a little bird.
Well,
Hey, the smaller the bird, the more vicious it is.
That does work for dogs.
well. If you think that someone out here has gone missing, it is likely they've been taken to the orc stronghold if they encounter them.
That we shall
Oh,
go to
that's
the York stronghold.
It shouldn't be too hard to find. Just go to where the orcs get denser. Not that I would go anywhere near it.
So what do you do?
He explains that he's just like a hunter. He's just someone who lives out here in the moors. Well, to put it bluntly, he's not like a hunter. He's the kind of person who lives in the wild and takes a look around and goes and basically sells information of like, this is what the wilds are like. This is an animal that's causing trouble and all that. Like, if you ever wonder how people manage to put up like, hey, go hunt this monster for us before it's destroyed a whole village, this is how people like him. This is what rangers do.
I was about to say he's a ranger.
Yes.
His job is to make sure that your plants are still going to grow and some blight isn't about to sweep it all away.
He's gonna range the hell out of that park.
Well, it seems that his curiosity has been slaked because he, unless you have anything further to ask of him, we'll try to break off the conversation and wish you the best.
Is there anything we should know about the stronghold? Like, what? We basically just know it by name and that there's a lot of orcs there.
He stays a little tight-lipped about that. It's not something that he seems to want to reveal on a first blush.
Fair enough.
Is this hunter also an orc?
Maybe.
Yeah.
At least has
He-
orcish blood.
Yeah, he
Ah.
looks.
Probably a half orc of some
That would
sort.
explain why he can get around the orcs so well.
But yeah,
Oh, that way. What are his favorite hunt targets anyway? Where do they write it on this compressed stat block? Favorite enemy is orcs. Well, that makes sense.
wow.
They are the biggest threat in town around here. As mentioned, unless you think you have any means of convincing him otherwise, to let loose, he's going to keep it to himself, and, again, wish you the best.
Well, I guess I just gotta go find some more orcs.
I don't want to bother the man.
No.
Seems busy.
I don't want to be so inclined as to tell you how to live your lives. Well, I do. I do it all the time. Who am I fooling? Nobody. But you do have certain skills that would allow you to communicate with someone easier. And there's always the option of offering someone a bribe if that doesn't work out for you.
We could go and try to, work our way in.
Like, here's the funny thing. If someone doesn't initially want to talk, maybe that's a good reason to try and schmooze them up a bit.
I wasn't sure what exactly to say to convince him, or if I should just, because it feels weird to just roll diplomacy without even articulating what I'm trying to get across, like why it's important to us.
I mean, I could ask him like, hey, we kind of need information about this because there's potentially multiple lives at stake. Like a whole bunch of people have gone missing.
So,
Kind of want to bring them to. Their
I understand that
families.
you're like, I don't know how to how to get someone to talk, but here's something you can do with most people in the world. This guy's out in the wild, he's on his own. The vast majority of people in the world will see you in a better light if you just have some idle conversation with them. Like, you just kind of to go, hey, I'm this and that, you're this and that. How do you do this? Just some banter to loosen people up, to make them feel
Yeah,
more
man.
at ease with your presence.
Yeah, and I'm not very good with this kind of stuff. This is your guys' problem.
Like, you don't have to say
Do
something
you have
specific.
hobbies?
You can just see if maybe improving their attitude towards you is enough to make them go, hey, sure, I'll give you some deets.
Do
Have you noticed anything in
hobbies
particular?
and/or-
Oh, you can
Yeah,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, do you have hobbies and/or interests?
How do you have 6 in diplomacy?
It's a
I-
miracle for everyone.
I have an
involved.
8 in charisma, so
Who has the highest charisma of us? Because I'm at a 10.
Probably me. It's 16.
Mine's
Actually, the
also
bard.
Yes.
My bard might be higher.
I'm a bard.
Dizzy, go.
I mean,
Do your
I
bard
did-
stuff. Talk to people.
Well, I'll just make it easy on you and give you a tip. You invite him by the fire and just have some idle conversation. Because hey, who doesn't want to sit next to a warm fire in this cold and clammy moor?
Yeah.
He can dry out his boots.
Could always use a little more heat.
Da 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 da.
He turns on us and kills us all.
Turns out that his true favorite enemy are punsters.
Oh no.
That's weirdly specific, sir. Oh,
Yeah,
All
Have you
right.
noticed have you noticed anything interesting on your hunts lately?
so whoever schmoozing him up. Or, is making the diplomacy check. Go for it. Give it a roll. See what happens.
Yeah, let Lyric do this.
Okay.
Lyric. The rise of Lyric.
Not Sonic Boom.
Sonic
Uh,
boom.
Hey,
not bad.
Sonic
running
boom.
on Unleashed.
Sonic boom. As you schmooze him up a little bit, he becomes more... Okay. As you have this conversation, a couple of nuggets of information drop on by. First, you're only a few days away from the Citadel from here, and that the closer you get, the less problems are really to be concerned about because, again, the orcs hunt the local area, so most wildlife tends to avoid things that are dangerous. He finds it strange that the orcs would capture humans. After all, people out here aren't wanted. They're gathering up. You've seen a variety of tribes gather under one banner, which is never good news. He was hoping to make it back to Malvent and report this particular activity to the highest bidder, of course.
Hmm,
Now, of course,
concerning.
he kind of idly muses that if you were so inclined, perhaps disguising yourself as another representative to pay tribute could be a way inside. Then again, Zul'Jrak is a decaying fortress. Its western wall is heavily damaged, and you could theoretically try and sneak through that part. He himself would still not go anywhere near there. It's extremely dangerous. After all, there are orc guards on the walls. Your best option would be to go when it's foggy enough that they can't see you, or maybe when there's a light drizzle to cover your halt. If you're lucky, that might be when you arrive. After all, Zul'Jrak is so close to the mountains that it's one of those places where there's usually rain. The mountains just squeeze it out. Condenses the fog. Still, the wolf also starts sniffing everyone and probably steals like a bit of meat because animal companion or not, meat.
Stole my hot dog.
My rations.
Stole all of them.
Just slurp the wiener right out of the bun.
Such a move. After a light conversation, Haravak, however, has to go. He's got hunting to do and places to be, and, well, you would prefer not to be too close when things go down if you guys are planning to make any trouble whatsoever.
Probably smart. All the best on your hunt. Hope you hope things go well.
He hopes to meet again, and if they meet within town, the drinks are on him.
Ooh, that would be nice. I'm an elf. I have pretty good drinking ability.
Your journey continues.
I'm part elf.
2 more beautiful days of cold water splashing up against your ankles, of rain pitter-pattering down. If only they would invent plastic. That's nice and waterproof. Eventually you reach the grey Citadel at the evening of the 8th day. I'm very nervous that this map isn't going to work out, because, oh boy, I got a little fancy with it.
Fancy.
Put all
Yeah.
the bells and whistles on it.
In terms of lighting, it's probably the most sophisticated thing I've made so far.
Gasp.
There you go. As mentioned, Zul'Jrak is shrouded in fog. Rain falls, and a thick blanket of low-lying fog covers the land. Up ahead, beyond the grey veil, a bleak citadel looms atop a great mound of black rock. No light issues forth from the forlorn edifice, except for 2 torches, which are placed in front of its in front of its front gate. Ugh, my brain is like 2 because you said it twice. Somewhere
Oh,
north and east of the citadel, several hundred yards away, you hear orcs. Lots of them. That's yards, not feet. So like 300 feet or so from the fortress. Mound. Even from here, through the fog, against the clatter of the rain, you see atop each of the protrusions of the fortress a solemn silhouette. You can't imagine that anyone who has to have guard duty here would be too happy, exposed to the elements, out in the rain, barely able to see anything that's down to low at the ground. On the plus side, you probably got a nice view.
So we're like on a ramp, right? We're at the bottom of like a the bottom of a hill, and this is going up.
The
Right?
Julgerak, in case you are wondering, is a fortress located on a large mound, as mentioned. To get up the mound, you go up a long stone ramp, or you could climb up the sides. It's not too difficult because it's it's solid rock.
Okay. Yeah, I just don't want to climb up this ramp and then be immediately spotted by 300 orcs.
Now, the way they spot people who are trying to make it through the front gate is probably those light sources that are directly in front of it.
Yes.
Yeah, they probably keep it pretty well lit so they can actually see people approaching.
But that's why you see the glow up ahead. Like, most of
Dude.
you have low light vision, but actually, only Sir Ironheart does not have low light vision. So they're the only one who see, like, the torches as the light source they actually are.
Only cowards hide in the dark.
This is true.
The fog, by the way, rises to a height of 20 feet, which is just below the outer wall.
So I suppose we should probably have someone take a look at what's ahead. Maybe Diamond Petal can sneak up the ramp and take a look
That's what-
and report
That's
back.
what my sigh was. Guess it's the stealthy person.
I mean, Lyric has good
I'm-
stealth skills, too.
Yeah, I'm pretty stealthy.
I'm a +10.
Like, of all of you who are distinctly not stealthy, it's the giant metal man.
That would definitely be their thing.
Like, even Leaf on the Wind does, like, let me put this clear. Move silently is really the skill you need more than anything here.
Yeah,
and I have
mine's a
+10 move
+4.
soundly.
I've got 11.
Yeah, so we could both
I've
go
got
look
minus
around.
1 to that.
Now, the fog obscures sight, the rain obscures sight, and the rain also creates this constant low ambient sound. So sneaking up to the wall should be easy enough.
Actually,
Yeah,
fog reduces the distance with which sound travels.
I thought it would. I wouldn't know. I'm not that. I'm not. You know, I don't use a lot of sound experiments in fog.
Yeah, there's a lot of like water in the air, and sound moves slower through water than through air.
Well, this is very cute. The listen DC for a person in medium armor moving at a slow pace, trying not to make any noise, is 5. Quaint.
So we literally can't fail.
I mean, for the most part, you're good. You're golden anyway because these are like grunts. The guys up on the walls are not like the highest level people. So
Yeah, you two go on ahead. I'll stay here with Sir Ironheart. You can
also,
report back
I
to me.
imagine that if you're standing on the wall like the whole goddamn day in the cold, at some point, like your ears just start to become a bit numb.
Yeah.
So yes, you can slink up to the wall if you want to. Go ahead.
Unless I got toques.
They got
Yeah, I'll-
toques. Yeah, but then they cover the earsies. So anyway, you should be able to see the map, right?
Yeah, within my sight distance.
There's one person not on this map yet, and I think it's Dizzy.
Yeah, take a guess.
Luckily, Australia imports all of the internet using USB sticks. So
Yeah,
don't-
they just send someone with USB stick over to the Netherlands to get it.
It's like a speedboat driving through Dizzy's wall.
Oh, courier.
God dang it. Ah,
Oh, while that loads, I'm gonna be right back, real quick.
marvelous.
'Kay.
Diamond Petal, you've made your way up to the wall. It is indeed made out of stone, and it is old indeed. Everything is weathered and covered to some extent in moss. The ramp is 20 foot wide and 100 foot long. Jesus, with a 2 high-foot ledge. Look, Star Wars, that's how you build safety.
Star Wars still doesn't understand what OSHA is. They never invented that.
Railings are for nerds.
Railings are for those who lack confidence.
The Jedi do not need such weakness.
Well, you're up against the wall. Is there anything you wish to do?
Can I check to see if it'd be possible to climb with like my basic Python set?
First and foremost, from your current position, you can make out the 2 great oak doors that make up the front door to this place. It is reinforced with bands of black iron, and they defy anyone who is eager to sunder them. Carved into the dark surface is an enormous and angry, all-seeing eye, which, if I can recall correctly, is the symbol of Gruumsh.
And Sauron.
Nice.
Wahoo!
Well, if you want to climb this wall with basic pythons, you could. It is, however, a bit of a nosy affair to affix them properly. So there are some risks that you may get detected before you get there. Not to mention the fact that the guy will almost definitely see you crawl over the ledge while you're still, climbing over the ledge.
True. I'm just trying to see if there's any stealthy way for us to enter.
Also, it's all slick with rain, so.
I
Well,
mean, the
You could keep
hunter
looking.
guy did mention a damaged sidewall that could be snuck through.
the western
Yeah,
wall was
I was
damaged.
going to say you should keep looking around the side for more entrances, because it's not like we're going to be able to climb up with our our big heavy metal friend.
Okay, I will keep looking about.
You say that, but your
Oh,
big
yeah.
metal friend is a +8 to climb. He's all muscle.
Well,
You
no,
can do
he's
it.
not. He's just all metal, which is also muscle.
Like they don't climb the bricks. They stick their fingers into the brick itself, making holes to climb with.
God, Bellas, you're friggin' Goliath.
Pythons are for those who lack confidence.
As you slide around the building, Diamond Petal, in the dark evening light, you can tell that efforts have been made to trim the grass and keep any shrubbery aside. Which, to put it bluntly, they're trying to make sure that no one can just sneak around down there when it's not foggy, which right now it is. Honestly, they should just grow shrubbery because then you would make noise rustling through it.
Yeah, but then it would be too many noises they'd have to pay attention to.
Okay, so now Dizzy has officially just vanished off of my exists list.
Yeah,
No,
Does he know?
I'll be honest, I've never
I'm
seen that happen.
I'm reconnecting.
Oh gosh. Well, Diamond Petal, you can keep on going until something happens. The large
I'm gonna continue
protrusion.
looking for this broken wall over here.
Every once in a while, up there, you hear like a small grunt. I mean, it's chilly. He's probably got like water dripping on his nose, so it's like a reflex of anything. Once you reach around this corner, you see indeed that a large section of the wall has been destroyed. Now, nothing but rubble. A clear pathway has formed, sort of a gully. On the upper floor, which has also collapsed, a large wooden bridge has been constructed. You also see something that looks like a crane sticking out of the fog.
Okay, well, let's get close and see if that's anything that'd be useful. I'm still the stealth master.
You are indeed very, very sneaky.
Staying up against the wall.
You suddenly begin to hear the loud snoring of something.
Oh, no, it's a Durgan.
Not like orcish snoring, but like something horse-sized, at least.
It snores.
I imagine that you wear boots, otherwise you would have freezing cold feet. But every step is
Yeah.
this sloppy, muddy step. The top of this rock is just covered in a thin layer of mud.
Yeah, that kind of like slurry mud kind of snow.
So ahead of you, as mentioned, is a bunch of debris. Unfortunately, let's see, how does the game say that you should rule the debris? Where are you, debris? Debris! Oh, debris, oh, debris, where art thou, oh, debris?
You, me, and debris.
It's just you and me, debris. It is area 4A. Oh, it doesn't even have an area marker. That's great. Oh, gosh, I know there was a section here that mentioned like how that's supposed to function. Rubble. Here we go. Rubble. Counts 2 squares of movement. You must make a DC 15 balance check when moving through it, or you risk falling and making noise. You can also just take a DC 0 climb check, but you automatically make enough sound that someone might hear you.
So you say balance I need to do?
Yep, if you want to make it through silently.
You're probably pretty good at that.
Can I take 10? No, that takes 10 minutes.
No. That's taking 20. Taking 10, I think, is like an action to a minute. It's not that long.
So I can take 10 on it?
You can take it nice and slow, yes.
That's a 20 then.
This is still difficult to raid, by the way. Which, by the way, I really like this a lot. The game actually has ways of tabulating that for you. Look at this. Here, drag your token over the... Drag your token.
Oh, it shows the effective number, yeah.
Yeah, it's got a cool little area. It should show up like a little hatched area when you do that, too.
The option is on the left with a little man with the backpack and the walking stick.
So yes, you can sneak your way through into what appears to be the courtyard. As you do so, in the corner of your eyes, you see an immense creature. Allow me to describe and set the scene for the courtyard. The Citadel's courtyard has been mostly cleared of rubble. A steady rain falls, leaving shallow pools where the flagstones have sunken. Grey 20-foot-high walls enclose the courtyard, and the northwest corner holds a 10-foot mound of rubble. The remains of a collapsed section of the Citadel. Oh wait, that's... whatever. Where the western wall is collapsed, you see an equally massive heap of rubble. A crude plank bridge spans the gap. Okay, I mentioned that already. So you could technically climb up the thing and then just jump and then climb your way up to the second floor if you wanted to. Other features of the courtyard include a raised stone well and a wooden hauling platform suspended by heavy ropes. I mean, you can't see the well right now, but just in case you see it later. It's not like it's a feature that should be kept secret. There are several doors leading from the courtyard, because that's how courtyards work. You can kind of imagine that. In the distance, you can see some sort of orange flicker. There might be a light source way off to the east. It's framed, so it might be a door that you're seeing it through. A large reptilian creature sleeps atop a low mound of rubble in the middle of the courtyard, its bat-like wings folded against its sleek body. The creature's long tail curls around the base of the rubble and ends in a wicked stinger. A saddle is strapped to the reptile's back. Occasionally it twitches, as if fighting a nightmare more terrible than itself. What do you do, Diamond Petal?
I'm gonna not try to engage with that thing if I can help it.
I know you can't see ahead, but like, there's no wall here. It's just that it's too dark for you to see.
Is it like, so it's like pitch black in there then?
Well, the thing is, I specifically made light sources for this. Like, light sources that are like, oh, some ambient light is spilling in. So here you go.
I'm gonna try to slide to the left.
Doing so, you come across a door. There's also another door slightly up ahead. Look at that. You can see the light like come around the door through the cracks, so you can open it if you want to. Oh, you can't because you can't see it. There you go.
I can see the door. I'm gonna carefully open this door next to me.
You suddenly begin to hear sounds of people by the sounds of it. This light source I need to have in a very specific place. Oh, you also see something else. Up ahead is like a very dim glow, as if there's like light peeking through a door, and you see like the ambient reflections of that. Standing here, you hear multiple voices coming through the walls. Not the wall you're next to, but like the walls ahead.
That could be important. I'm gonna open this door. Right here. I'm gonna slip it.
You see as you slip into this broken room, at first you hear many clicky clacky, like with how frequent it is.
A staccato.
Yeah, and then suddenly you feel something crawl on your leg.
Punch.
Karate chop. Well, go ahead and give me a karate chop.
I have been playing
Please.
way too much Green Hell. I know that's a scorpion.
Well, actually, it
You
turns out
missed, hit your leg.
what you're
Breaking
hitting
your
is a
shit.
centipede.
Close enough.
Centipede.
It's also quite large. I think it is large for a centipede. With a single well-placed smack, the creature splats and splorts.
Ew.
Your hand is covered in bug juice, but it's dead. There appear to be a few others in the room as well. You can see the glint of their eyes and their shiny, chitinous shells.
Well,
Your leg is covered in
This is
bug
a-
juice.
this is unpleasant. Gonna flick it off of my hand. And close the door.
Luckily, bugs do not know how to operate doors. So, as Claire said, they're fucking stupid. You hear them crawl over the door, but that's about it. They're too big to fit
Gross.
under it.
Centipedes are notably dicks.
Thanks, Claire,
Yeah, I
for
guess
teaching me
I'll-
how stupid bugs really are.
Keep sliding down. This way.
You slip into the darkness. The door
I
beside
can't
you.
see.
The door beside you makes a deep, very growly voice, like a set of orcs talking, but like extra large orcs. In addition, you should be able to see like a small light up ahead. That's, again, the light that's crawling out from under a door.
I want to listen against the door.
What you hear are two orcs having a conversation. Let me look up what their conversation is. With a little bit of waiting, you can tell that they are A, emissaries from some place called the Broken Fang, and 2, they are very angry that the Roving Eye tribe is allowed to attend this. Apparently, they are considering alliance with Thrall, but they're just like the Roving Eyes. Really, you invite them to the table?
Those guys.
You also hear one of them go like, "Don't touch the tribute."
Tribute's probably what we're looking for.
Then they devolve back, like they kind of loop around to the same conversation. I work on video games, but it's more because that's the thing they're here to do, and they try to make small talk, and then one of them eventually starts complaining about the fact they have to do this instead of being at home where it's comfortable.
So this thing that was over here,
Yeah.
do I know what that was?
I've no clue. I think that's a knowledge arcana check. However, I will tell you what its name is because people know what weird creatures are like. So you can roll me that or an int check. I won't give you
only
anything.
haven't.
If you don't have knowledge arcana, I won't give you anything special, but I will tell you the basics. You've no idea what it is. I mean, it looks kind of like a dragon, but it's missing... Wait, do wyverns in 3.5 have all 6 ligaments? Ugh, whatever. Whatever it is, it looks kind of like a dragon. Although I don't recall dragons having spiked tails. Like that, at least.
3.5 wyverns only have the forelimbs.
Cool. Then you would also know that, dragons, they have 6, right? They got 6 limbs. That's like I tell them apart. That's how the nursery rhymes go.
There probably are nursery rhymes for that.
They got 6 pilot dicks. They got 4... Ooh, you're sore.
Probably not that nursery rhyme. That doesn't sound like...
Welcome to
Anyways,
to the 1100s, baby.
I'm gonna try to sneak back to the others and start telling them what I'm seeing.
Alright.
Whoop.
Because I think it'd be good to inform.
Yeah. What did you see?
Okay, so there's like a dragon thing-ish sleeping.
A dragon.
Kind of dragon. It has like 4 limbs. Doesn't have the 4 legs.
Yes,
I
but
don't know
doesn't
what
make
it is.
sense why there would be a dragon-like creature here at the Orc Stronghold.
I don't know.
You didn't see any traces of the people we're looking for?
No, but there were some people talking about a tribute or something, and that's probably it. And there seems to be two groups of orcs. Also, I found a way to get upstairs,
Well,
and I found centipedes.
Diamond, you're smart enough to know that if there are two tribes paying tribute, there's probably a third one they're paying tribute to.
Yeah, especially since they don't like the one there. It seems like there's multiple things going on here.
Like the cat that doesn't like the banana.
Well, you did find a stealthy way inside, so I suppose we may as well follow you in, if you're fine with that, Sir Ironheart.
But the dragon thing's there.
Lead the way.
You'll have to go very carefully.
Yes. Okay.
I will kill the dragon if it attempts to fight.
But I had a small thought.
Yes.
What if we turn them on each other?
Oh, yes. How do you imagine that?
Okay. So one of these groups brought the dragon thingy-majig. So if we piss it off and they don't know what's going on, they might blame each other for it.
I mean, the dragon wore a saddle.
Yeah, so it belongs to somebody. But if there's 3 factions and they don't seem to like each other, we could cause some tension.
That's true, yes, but there's also the chance that them being on alert could make it harder for us to sneak in.
Yeah, they seem kind of dumb. They're all arguing with each other. Also, be careful. They're really big bugs. They tried to bite me. I punched it.
I'll keep
Splort.
an eye out for that.
It exploded.
They do that.
Now, I have punched spiders before, like real spiders.
As opposed to the fake spiders.
Sir,
yeah,
I,
perfect.
Runhart, has to roll me move silently. There you go.
Okie dokie. I go get that.
Oh no.
Should
Go
have cast
do it.
silence.
Do it. Do it.
For a minute there, I looked over and saw my last roll, and I was like, oh no.
Do it, Bella. I believe in you.
There it is. Ooh, silently. Whack. Whack.
Oh, that's
Oh,
pretty
thank
good.
God.
Oh,
Well-
that's pretty good.
Let's see how the 2 sentries hold up. That's a 1 and an 8. You're good.
Da-da.
You don't hear anyone like scream for like someone down there or anything. So you imagine that you've made it through without getting heard.
I should have given you a guidance just in case, but I'll remember that next time.
I would like to point out that guidance involves spellcasting, which is notoriously unsubtle.
I don't know how loud that would be.
I imagine that it's like about the DC for talking, which is
Yeah, because it has verbal components. You do have to be talking a bit.
I mean, we already were talking.
Yeah, you
yeah,
were
but pretty
whispering.
loudly.
So the DC for talking is 0. The DC for listen DC for whispering is 15 plus 1 per 10 foot of distance. So like yeah, spellcasting is unsubtle. That's why you have special metamagic feats that can help with that. Anyway,
Gotta say it loud and proud.
Diamond Pedal. You show your friends the entrance into the courtyard and the bridge above. What's the
So, yeah,
plan?
we need to get up there.
Will we use the crane?
Well, we could just climb a rope. I could get up there and put down a rope, and then
That
you
would
climb
probably
up.
be quieter than all of us trudging through all the rubble.
Yes.
The downside is the fog up there isn't so thick. So once you're up there, sightlines start becoming an issue.
Yeah, and I could try to be stealthy about that until they all get up there, and we can try to get some cover.
Marvelous. All right. So you're going to slink up onto the roof?
Yes.
All right. I guess I'm going to have to hold on tight, bucko. We're going... Oh, wait. I can just... There's a better way.
I'm going ghost.
Some button pushing and lever pulling going on.
Oh, wait. I need to pull you over here as well because otherwise you get left behind. Here you go.
I did get left behind.
I can't believe you got fired. Here you are. You slink up onto the wall. Here, the grid works.
Okay, and is that the only guy up here?
Taking a look around, well, there's some slight fog, so you can't see all that far. But you do know there's a sentry on each of the protrusions, so this is like the one guy you see when you're up here. You can make out the humanoid shape of one further down south, but he's vague enough that they could mistake you for an orc if you like stand tall. If you had to disguise yourself. Anyway, what do you wish to do now that you're up here? Your friends are down there waiting on you.
Okay, so I'm assuming I have a rope. Because he said we had whatever would be
You
long
have
enough to
whatever
carry
would
it.
be reasonable, so you can certainly tie the rope to like the crenulations and throw it down. The classic.
Okay, I'm gonna do that, and then this guy over here that's looking over the wall, right?
Yeah, he's distinctly looking away from the fortress.
Okay. Can I sneak up behind him?
And he has like this big composite longbow, short bow on the ground that he's half leaning on. You can't sneak up behind him because, you know, he's looking the other way, but you have to move silently.
I'm gonna move silently.
Because his peripheral vision does not touch the the little protrusion behind him in any way. Because, you know, he's trained to make sure that no one gets in. He's not trained to make sure people that are inside are detected.
So I'm gonna take that minute. I'm gonna take 10.
You can't take 10 on sneaking, I'm afraid. You're in a tough spot. You don't have the...
Okay.
Like, taking 10 requires you to have, like, a whole layup, and there's a limit to what you can do right now. You are operating on the clock, as they say.
Okay,
Actually,
then
I'm
I
gonna-
will-
Just roll. I'm going to look that up, because I actually don't know that 100% for sure. If that's how taking 10 works.
It literally is the same outcome.
You are not threatened or distracted. You could take results from any routine tasks, unlikely successful distractions or threats, such as combat, make it impossible, purely safe to measure. Okay. I think you can do that, yes, primarily, but he still gets an opposed. So that's why opposed checks exist, in case you can take it easy. Well, he physically can't make this check. His listen is -2. So, yes, if you take 10, you can sneak up to any one of these guys.
Good. That's gonna be helpful.
All right, well,
So I'm gonna get up behind him.
even if I was going to make you roll for combat, you'd look like, what, 2d6 plus 3. You can knock out
And
anyone you
flurry of
like.
blows. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna knock this guy out.
You put your hand, you can suddenly reach around behind him, putting him in a headlock, and then you give him a bam to the back of the head with your elbow.
Well done, 47.
Hey, I didn't throw a can of beans that homed in on him across the stage.
I think you're thinking of a briefcase. 'Cause that's the thing in.
They actually made an item out of it eventually, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one down.
I mean, unless you want to, he's not dead.
Yeah, I'm not killing him. He'll be out long enough. I'll
You-
probably check eventually.
Okay, well, your friends can come up if they want to. I'll make a staircase for them to use.
Alright, Maleficus will.
Here.
While they're on their way up, I'm gonna sneak towards the one I could vaguely see to the south.
Click on your token and click on that to take him with you.
Zippy.
Oh, wait.
Okay, yeah,
Oh, no, that doesn't work. Here. That'll make sure that you know what's going on with him. He's out like a light, and he'll be for a while. You slink over the bridge.
it's not taking my token up. It says user Siberia lacks the permission to change. the
You
scene."
have to select your token first.
Yeah, I did. Oh,
Let me
I think you moved.
pull you to the scene. Don't worry about it. Wah, 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 wah. All right. You notice a small building. I think it's called the Catchment. Or is it called something else? I don't know these fancy building terms. It's called the Barbican. This is where they store all the liquid oil that they pour on people that are trying to attack the place. You would know that because that's like common knowledge for people of this era. Especially if you go around places. You eventually go up to a fort, you go like, hey, guard, what's that? It's like, that's the Barbican. And he's like, barbecue? Mmm.
Tasty.
As mentioned, you see the vague shape of an orc over here.
I'm gonna come very silently, say hello to him.
As you do so, there is a problem. Your activities are a bit noisier than trying to move silently, so the guy over there does get a check. It's only fair. I mean, he can't make you out too well. You're good. At least you don't hear him yell anything, and the guy you're dealing with is now taken care of. You give him a big hug, and he falls limp to the ground. You lay him down all polite like.
Judo chop!
While that bridge is easily crossed while being sneaky, you imagine that if you were to fight, it'd be easy to fall off. From here, Leaf on the Wind and all of you can see the large dragon-like creature lying on the rubble bed.
Oh, from above. you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to respond to that in particular, though.
I'm
Okay, at
gonna
least we know
weekend
where
and
it is.
Bernie's this guy. I'm gonna lean him against the wall and I'm gonna put him like a cool pose. Looks like he's leaning over the edge of it.
Unfortunately, until rigor mortis sets in, and then later sets out, it's hard to keep him in like a pose properly, but it'll do.
Yeah, he's leaning against it, and I have his arm laying over the ledge. Looks like he's lounging.
Judo chop can turn anything into a weapon. Alright. Well, you're trying to look for people, and currently you're cleaning up the fortress.
Yep.
At this
I'm
pace,
just making sure.
I'd like to point out, though, that you are burning time like this. Lyric, approaching this door, you hear a few sounds coming through it. Sound number 1, a bunch of people talking. Sound number 2, boiling, like the bubbling of water.
Right.
They're making soup.
Good soup.
This is the soup room. I probably can't open it and peek in without being noticed, right?
I mean, with a high check, you might be able to get just a little peek.
Well,
You could try looking under the door to see the feet beyond it.
I mean, feet isn't going to tell me a lot.
Well, it'll tell you how many people are in the room.
It tells you how many of them have boots.
I'm not that into feet. But yeah, I'm going to give it the sneakiest peek.
Well, they're all distracted. I'm not gonna make you roll. You can just peek inside and take a little quick look, and then you go back out.
Oof.
That's a lot of boys.
There's a lot of boys in there.
Didn't look like the people we wanted.
So I'm
to
done
look.
taking everyone down, so I'm just gonna sneak back up.
I think we should look for a different entrance.
Understood.
As they get closer, you can hear the Mission Impossible theme.
Turn that down.
No, it's the it's the Duke Nukem version for copyright purposes.
Yeah, but then we have to give copyright to Gearbox.
I don't want to do Gearbox anyway.
We could try putting something heavy in front of the door just in case we cause an alarm so they can't
Oh,
get out.
I got one. I
Mm.
could go get the guy and move him in front of the door.
That's a good idea. You could stack a few of them on top of each other.
Peter require assistance.
You're noisy.
I mean, dragging a body is kind of noisy.
I mean, I would like to point out that these people are located inside the Barbican. They are quite far away from any place where they would reasonably assume that anyone outside is like trouble.
Yeah, but just in case we make some noise in a fight.
Like, I know that the irony is that the further you get inside, the more you're surrounded by people, but also, like, the less likely it is that you're actually an intruder. Especially if no alarm has been sounded.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Also, there's
the
two
funnest
boys.
stuff.
Sorry.
There's a lot of boys, yes. Taking care of all of them would require a flurry of blows. Well, more than a flurry, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say, good thing we have one of those.
Good thing we got a monk who could take care of that for us. Gosh, I get to do experience calculations after this if you want to continue this. Ain't that gonna be something? You see another person. This guy is standing next to, like, a section that's collapsed. You can't imagine that's too safe. Especially with all this rain.
Yeah. Someone could slip and fall.
Oh no, someone's slipping and falling with that's a complete accident.
I mean, we don't need to fight them. I mean, when we just up here to kind of get down into the facility.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want them coming up behind us. In case we make
These guys
noise.
are watchmen.
What do I hear behind this door?
The same thing that Lyric heard. The
Ah,
bubbling
that
of
must be
water.
the- Yeah, it must
It's
be the other
just one
side.
big room,
And a bunch of boys.
like 10 guys in there.
8, to be specific.
That's why I said like
8.
10.
8 handsome boys.
8 beautiful boys.
Stealth mode activated.
Oh no, this guy here is gonna be Steve from Mirror's Edge. This guy.
Rest in peace, Steve. Never forgotten.
I never used guns to kill anyone in that game, but this guy stands in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
Isn't that the guy like you have to kill?
No, you can knock him out if you don't do it. If you slow down, but if you drop kick him, he will fall off, and that is the best way to fight him
Yeah.
because you're already running at that point. So you have to actually stop and fight him to not kill him.
But yeah,
I'm gonna take out the last guy while you guys figure out what to do.
It's probably pretty loud.
I think the smart thing to do would be to head back to where we came up and then head down the building.
Now, the question you should ask yourself is, really, where would they keep prisoners?
I mean,
Hint.
basement.
It's in the name of the title of the game, baby.
Yeah,
Oh man, the title dropping it.
it's right there on the book.
It's on the box, man.
What is this? Some kind of Dungeon and Dragons?
Dungeons of
Dun-
Dragons? What?
Well, there's a dragon in the courtyard, and there's a dungeon down below, so I guess it's all as advertised.
They keep them
We're
inside
working on the
dragon.
checklist. Now we just need to find an and we're good.
An ampersand.
And a 3.5.
Weird. Why does this orc have a woodcraft ampersand?
It's a holy symbol.
I just like the idea if you pick it up by like one of the loops and you hold it up. It's just
I found stairs.
there are indeed stairs going down. However, you are getting so close to one of the protrusions, which again is where those people are hanging out. Can you roll me to move silently because you are again rather noisy.
Okay, okay.
Also, did you know an ampersand was actually originally a letter?
What? Get that amper out of my sand.
This amper is so
Thank
sandy.
God you're rolling good on these.
Yeah, because he wasn't rolling too bad either. You hear like a grunt alerting you that you might be causing some trouble.
Alright, now, if I bull rushed him, would the fall kill him? Or
Why don't you
overrun?
just let?
So
I'm right.
I'm asking.
so technically, probably, maybe, but like it would kill him. Yes, you're pretty sure that a 20-foot fall onto some sharp rocks, and potentially, if you push him far enough, this particular set of cannulations is really close to the ledge, so he would just start falling all the way down this mound you're on top of.
Plus, like, tundra ground is not known to be soft.
Yeah, it's a layer of dirt, but it ain't like a cushion.
It's dense.
I mean, you're free to try it if you really want to.
I think
I
we
kind
should,
of want to.
if we're taking anyone out, maybe we should stick with the thing that has worked 3 times.
Bella.
Well,
Bella.
if someone tells Sir Ironheart not to, he won't do it. But if
Self-control, baby.
well, no, not self-control, other control. He's not smart enough for stealth.
I'm
Well,
too,
he's smart. But
I'm
it's not
too
wise.
dumb to be silent.
The
My
urge
bad.
of justice deep within his metal heart.
You're close enough to see that another section has collapsed, which also you can peer into what are the higher level fortifications. Let's see. Let's see where this is. What's number it is? I should have had this on me the whole time. 22. What does number 22 have as a name? It is called the Curtain of the Citadel. And
Also, there's your English lesson,
and per se and.
which literally means the character and by itself is the word.
What? Well, your sneaking around has been successful so far. Where do you wish to go? There's some stairs next to you. There's a crumbling curtain. A building within which are 2 individuals.
Creeping down the stairs is probably the way we should be going.
Wah, 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 wah,
Look, I'm
wah.
just gonna stop Ironheart.
Yeah.
I'm just watching you as I like strangle this guy.
Don't.
See, and this is how you do it quietly.
I think it's so beautifully ironic that you say that. But first, before you go down those stairs, please go up the stairs again. Because down those stairs, probably should have mentioned this. Listen, when you got multiple maps from multiple floors, it gets a little confusing. Down those stairs, you hear revelry.
Oh, there's people down there.
Drunken people, because some of them are slurring their words. There's also the sound of drinking and feasting, the crackling of fire, and you can even see a little firelight if you look down the stairs themselves.
You guys got any useful spells? Magic?
I would like to point out that if you do start a fight down there, they have the darkness advantage.
I do have a scroll of silence, and I can cast it on a person that'll move with you. But that will probably be very noticeable if the whole room goes silent. But it's an option.
I think if they're just drunk and partying, we could just pretend to also be drunk and partying and kind of bumble our
See,
way
I
through.
thought about that. And there's a plan there, but it sounds like a dangerous plan that needs workshopping.
I do have silent image, if that'll do anything.
We could distract him with that.
Yes, I also have ghost sound as a cantrip.
Are either of those verbal components?
I mean, don't forget these guys are reveling, so...
Yeah, so it's probably going to be drowned out with a noise.
Just buy him around.
Let's just try to sneak past them. They're probably not paying attention to the direction that
the sound of it, there are
sentry's
many
going.
people in there. That makes it very easy for them to pick up on someone moving through.
Yeah, and if it could just cascade. It will look suspicious if we try to just sneak through and fail.
Okay, so what if I always sneak up behind the one that's like, hey, who's that? And I snap his neck, and then the next one to do it, I do that. No, it works in Metal Gear Solid 3.
It's not a plan. I'm willing to follow in. To
Sir Ironheart lifts
I'm
the
gonna sneak
orphan.
here and look over this ledge. This broken part.
into the
What's
cove.
down there might have been at some point a stable of some sorts, but now it's nothing but rubble and debris.
I do have Featherfall if anyone wants to jump down into the courtyard.
I mean, it's like a 20-foot drop. If you hang off the ledge and drop yourself down, you can make it down without hurting yourself too much.
I can do
That's
drops
true.
like that.
Yeah, that's just in case.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, but I actually think not going this way would probably be the best because I don't want to have to sneak past a whole bunch of people.
Right.
Oh, sir,
Yeah, let's
let's
keep
ready
going.
to go big room.
I'll scout ahead then.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's institute a quick potty break because guess who has to go on a potty break? It's a me.
Go,
DM
go,
potty
potty.
break.
It's party
Go,
time.
go.
I'm gonna be back as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a moment.
Take the break.
I'm enjoying these stats.
Okay, so some woman on TikTok put out a video
Huh?
where she said that the song "Smooth Criminal," her name's Annie, is all about her. It is literally her story.
Huh?
So much so that she called some of the people who worked with Michael Jackson to claim that it was all stolen from.
Yeah, good for her. You can do
She's
whatever
never
she
met
wants.
Michael Jackson
Yes.
or anyone who worked with him.
Oh wait, I'm gonna get for a second, real quick. I'll be right back.
Go, go, go.
Apparently, calling Michael Jackson's agent, well, he won't take her calls. Very suspicious. Okay, wow. I just looked at in 2013, DC announced all the movies they were doing. It's amazing how hard that fell apart. Like they got Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. Justice League Part 1 was the only part. The Flash got delayed until 2023 and then went insane. Green Lantern Corps, I think, got canceled. Cyborg, the actor, has quit forever.
I'm back.
Yay. I'm looking at what happened to the DC movie slate.
Yeah, I sound like you're talking about DC stuff.
Yeah, I was looking at the original lineup of movies up until last
Come back.
year.
Welcome
Yay.
back.
Yeah, Bells, I was looking at the list of movies for DC up until the original lineup up until last year.
Oh yeah.
Holy crap, like half these movies didn't happen.
Yeah.
And then the half that didn't happen the way they intended to, like Justice League Part 1 and 2.
Hmm.
Green Lantern Corps isn't a movie anymore. I think it's a show, which honestly I'm fine with that.
Hmm.
I think,
And the Harley Quinn movie was blended into the Birds of Prey.
well, those weren't even on the list yet.
I thought the Harley Quinn movie was.
Not on this list. That was back when it was one of the Untitled DC films.
Okay.
Yo,
But
Hey, yo.
Untitled DC films.
yeah, I was looking at the original lineup for DC movies up until last year, and how this did not happen. And now they only have 2 members of the Justice League for actors anymore.
Oh no.
Yeah, ever since they are reportedly considering getting rid of Ezra Miller. Still only considering, Bella.
Only considering, huh?
Yeah, they said they are considering it. They haven't made a definite statement, despite the everything happening.
Yeah, I should probably consider a little more.
Yeah, because they still can't find Ezra. They still don't know where that actor is.
Where'd he go?
Good question. Ezra grabbed a teenager and disappeared.
Well, no, they're an adult now. But
Now.
they were.
Yeah, they're an adult since Ezra grabbed him. There's a lot going on with this actor, and it's Get to be a Roman Polanski.
Mm-hmm.
But wait, is Izzy back or no?
Yeah, I'm here.
No. Oh,
I didn't
hello.
leave.
Criminals. Alright, kids. Back in action.
Yeah.
Back
The
in
question
action.
is, what do you do?
Well,
You are
plan
close
seem-
to the citadel of the fortress, of the citadel, the large building where all the fun happens.
Da 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 da.
I mean, the plan seemed to be lower ourselves down. Since if we're heading to wherever the dungeon is, chances are that's going to be near the bottom of the castle.
Sky dungeons are very innovative. They're the latest art.
Yeah, it's the unfortunate side effect of players never looking up. You never see this guy dungeon.
It's just a giant floating cube. Well, if you want to lower yourself down, just give the word and I'll put down the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the plan. Whoosh. Stairway leads to nowhere.
It should lead to somewhere.
Now it does.
Yeah, you gotta
You
click your token and then click the thing.
Yeah, click on the
Yeah.
stairs, not drag.
Oh, okay.
Diamond Pedo, your friends are climbing down without you.
I know. I was posting a thing because I had to. Wait, where are the stairs?
Obama phone?
Well,
Yeah,
why
I
are you
just showed you
posting
Obama
Obama phone?
Silent, no. They put a rope down south.
Oh, okay.
The
I looked away for a
Obama
moment and
phone.
missed it.
Oh, so
And
don't
it
you have
says it's
slow
dark, I
fall at
can't
this
see it.
point? I think you should have slow fall.
Yeah, you could
Do I?
jump off.
Well, if I do, I'm jumping.
Get a load of that Obama phone. I don't know how to feel about that. The Blockberry.
Slow fall is next level.
Well,
okay.
use the stairs, please. Now you're back down
We're
below.
not even using Unchained Monk.
Sir Ironheart can see the light of the fire into the place where the smell of alcohol is strong. In addition, you can now peek into another large room where some peeps are hanging out. Just a few.
Unchained Monk doesn't even get slow fall.
Just a few, not too many.
I mean, I'd classify that as too many.
Please don't be like that. Inside the large building are an assortment of orcs reveling. A few of them are sitting on a stairway leading up to a large statue. Let me just pull up the whole room description because it's quite the bit. Two large fireplaces illuminate this once great hall, filling the chamber with smoke and fighting off the damp cold of the outdoors. The southeast is in a tussle because it got collapsed and the stables are gone. Rain pours through the gash. A large chunk of the ceiling overhead has collapsed, leaving a hole and the limited view of the floor above. Much of the debris from the fallen ceiling has been pushed into two large piles that are around the room. 8 pillars supported the ceiling, but two of them have collapsed into rubble. So many pillars here. Against the north wall, atop a square dais, sits a massive stone throne built into the body of a great statue. The statue depicts a frightening 12-foot-tall orc warrior, its left eye socket hollow. Flanking the throne are two open doorways and a pair of ornate stone founts. Why does it mention that the thing is hollow? It should also mention that the other eye has like a big red gem in it. The foul stench of body odor and damp decay fills the room. Orcs!
To the
Ode
to the
orc.
to the east over here, where it looks like there's a staircase I can see.
Yes.
Does the staircase lead up or down?
That's up. That's where you would have gone down if you went with the staircase instead of the rope.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
that's the way into the bar.
Okay. Well, I'm thinking that wherever this dungeon is, it's probably down, like lower to the ground, possibly even underneath. So, if any way you can find to go down more, we should probably go that way.
Yeah, I think we start creeping around and look for things.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow Diamond Pedal.
So, does anyone here have like knowledge? Let's say nobility
For some reason, I have no knowledge.
or history.
I
got
got history.
knowledge.
Since
Why
I'm a
history-
rogue, can I assign myself some knowledges? Because the rogue should have a lot of those.
You're not the thinky type of rogue, though. You're the monkey kind of rogue. Monkey.
Mine is my knowledge history is +7.
I
should
don't want to know your
Uh,
number. I want to
I-
see a roll.
Okay, I'll roll.
Throw the dice. That's why it's called a saving throw, because it's a throw of the dice. Get it?
That's not a good roll.
Bella, you
4.
also have it, don't you?
Yeah.
Don't hold
Uh,
out on us.
Like
Bardic
that.
knowledge.
Bard knowledge check can let you do pretty much anything.
So, the Sir Ironheart and Lyric, you both know, or have sort of mentally mapped together, that judging by the way this is laid out, odds are the stairs were in the back. And the only way we've seen to get into the back so far is the room full of reveling orcs.
Yeah, the one with the big statue in it. And the
That
guy who
said-
looked very important.
That said, while it is probably nearly impossible to sneak past this, if we really want to avoid a fight, there's always deception.
Could just pretend we're more important than we are. Demand to see the.
Did you
tributes.
bring a pair of pants big enough for that? Jared pants?
Oh, I only have little pants.
Oh, you can't be too big for your britches if your britches are that small.
I have no pants.
Your
Oh,
pants are
right,
welded
that's
onto
not
your body.
You are the pants.
Someone tries to pants you, they just pull themselves up.
I mean, I can certainly try and schmooze my way through.
So,
But
there is something Bart's can do. I think you can fascinate people, right?
yeah, Fascinate's one of my songs.
How does that work again? Because that might actually be exactly what you need. Fascinate!
Fascinate. Can't
What?
show it in chat, but
Here we go. Each creature faster than 90 feet must be able to see and hear and able to pay attention. Must also be able to see the creature distracted by combat prevents them from working. Okay. Oh, you can only target so many. Wait, what? For every 3 levels of Monk you can target one creature with a single use disability. Okay. Must roll a perform check. DC. Oh, that's the DC. That's pretty nasty. They cannot attend for hours. If it fails, sits quietly, listens to the song. Okay.
do I bust in and give him the Prince Ali? Try and convince him that one of us is some kind of dignitary. Sing their praises. 'Cause realistically, I would only need to target the people who look like they're in charge. The goons would be looking to them for orders.
That's smart.
I mean, if you just start playing nice music to your boss, I don't think anyone's. I think that there's like a. Imagine that you work for the king and someone's plays like nice music and the king is like, oh, that's nice music. And it goes like, oh, nice. Would you start beating that guy up?
King's like,
Just
oh
be
yeah,
Captain
this is
Morgan."
my jam, and then just haymaker.
This is my jam. Who hired you?
And someone
Bam!
and then someone takes like a really big hammer and you're like a mosquito splat on the ground. The king is like, aww,
Play that one again.
I like the little ditty. Well,
So yeah, who's with plan music super great time? That's what it says in the manual.
I'm okay with it as long as someone stays by in case you fail.
Yeah.
Which
So where should we run in case everything goes wrong?
Back up the rope.
that is a terrible idea because that's a rope.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it
there's
is.
the other problem is there's a dragon thing to our left.
there's a
Are
door
there
up
any
there.
Are there any barrels nearby? Like big person-sized barrels?
Well, you're near the. I imagine there's like a barrel around this, a courtyard after all. What do you want to do with it?
I'm just making mental note of it just in case something goes wrong so I can jump behind it and hide.
Well, it's easy to hide behind. Well, there's lots of places to hide. There's rubble. There's building materials. There's a well. Doors. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to the cunning plan.
All right.
Plan is lyric performance. I stay close because I'm not sneaky. So if anything goes wrong,
I imagine Sir Aaron Arch like very careful lifting up a foot, putting it down, very careful lifting up a foot, putting it down.
ring.
The second you enter the room, Lyric, everyone's attention turns almost immediately to you. The guy in the big chair lets out a boisterous laugh, a boastful laugh, as he finds it apparently very amusing that this little baby man has entered the room unannounced.
Greetings, gentlemen. May I regale you with my finest song in tribute of you, brave for uh, brave orc leaders in time of
You would have known if Diamond did communicate everything. You would know that the boss around here seems to be a guy called Thrul, Warlord Thrul.
in great honor of the mighty Thrul.
The guy in charge doesn't like. Everyone around him is like, "Ooh, we get to punch someone," but then he puts his hand like, "No, no, no, give it a moment. I want to see where this is going."
It's time for me to start my little song.
Please, give me that song. Give me that fat hot dog.
Ooh.
Nice.
Da,
You know,
da, da, da.
I'm gonna look up Pathfinder because I cannot figure out how many people you can actually fascinate. Like, is it like 1 per level plus 1? Because that seems to be the obvious answer. Distraction.
Says one or more.
Or any creature with a sexual illusion. I think. Let's just say that it's everyone in the room because, you know.
Why not?
Because
For every-
this is useless in combat, basically.
Says for every 3 levels a bard attains beyond first, you can target one additional
Oh,
creature.
I missed the beyond first part. Okay, well, you can affect 2 people then if you really want to. But the big guy is the one you should worry about. There's also another big guy in the room.
I
but-
mean, just for safety, I'm also gonna go for the
Okay,
second big
well,
guy.
neither of them can actually make this will save.
Ooh,
So,
nice.
so his attention is strongly fixed upon you.
And I'm absolutely jamming out, making up a whole bunch of really brave warrior things that I assume orcs do.
Now, all the other orcs are also kind of like they are very distracted, looking like back and forth between the boss and you, and like man, the big ogre in the corner is all quiet. They're very confused. Let's put it like that. Okay, everyone else, what are you up to? As Lyric is able to apparently get all their attention without getting shot with 1,000 arrows, 1,000,000 javelins, and crushed under a hammer.
Yeah, as I'm like dancing and swaying, I'm like shaking my head towards the door in the back. Like, go that way.
I'm try to use my super sneakiness to super sneaky over.
I mean,
You'll probably just go through as if you belong there.
now I am going to require another check from you, Lyric,
Oh.
because everyone
Alright.
going into the room is kind of threatening. It like actual combat automatically breaks it, but there's a chance that he might just go, "Wait a minute,
I
This-
don't know those guys.
this feels like a plan." So give me
am
the
I
goods.
rolling another perform.
Yep.
So it's also 16.
Hey!
Fucking 20.
So as this giant metal man walks into the room, and then a half
I was
elf.
the one walking in.
Yeah, everyone is kind of walking at this point,
Yeah.
I imagine, because you're just gonna
Yeah.
walk straight through. Like the big guy in charge, like, no, let him keep playing.
I'm enjoying this one.
He barely pays attention to any of you. You're back in the you're in the hallway where Diamond was poking around earlier. Like behind this door is like some humans talking by the sounds of it. And there's orcs behind this room, and there's orcs like a little down the hall.
Wait, so I could have gotten them out at any time.
Humans, you say?
Yes, distinctly
So
not
can I
deep orcs.
can I make sense of what they're saying?
They appear to be talking about, well, like everyone is, about the whole situation. One of them comments on how he's hearing this weird music,
I can't see.
because you know.
So I literally could have gotten them out of here, like in the first 20
No,
minutes.
they don't
Just-
appear to be prisoners. They don't sound hurt or anything. And they are also talking about like the whole Thrul business. See where it goes. See where it goes. By the sounds of it, one of them is the big boss, who's like, stop being so impatient, you know, that kind of person. Where the other one is like, it's just in the middle of nowhere. It's cold and damp, and they can barely build good rooms. They get a little kick against the wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow Davin Pedal's lead on this.
Okay. I'm gonna go in.
Click.
They
Inside the
shouldn't
room.
have any love of orcs.
Inside the room are two people. Let's see if they have any particular descriptions as to what they look like. I don't think so. I think I'm on my own.
They have pictures.
They do have pictures. Let's see. One of them, who appears to be the important person, is wearing full plate. They are like decked out. They got a fancy morning star on their belt. They have a holy symbol, but I don't think they got one of a nice person. I'll just tell you that they have the holy symbol of Bane, which is a god of mean.
But that's his actual
back-
domain. It's just mean.
I mean, one of his domains is hatred. So, yeah. The other guy
Cool.
is also wearing... actually, the other guy is wearing a symbol that Sir Metalfist... Sir Ironheart can identify as the symbol of
Huh?
the Zentharim. Now, if you're familiar
Zentharim.
with Adventure League, they're the bad boys, the cool guy club who wear sunglasses and grease their hair. Effectively, the Zentharim are mostly known as like a criminal-ish organization, but they're legitimate people for the most part. They got the front. Now, why they would be here is anyone's guess, but they do ask who the hell you think you are, and why you're not orcs.
Well, we're looking for a missing person. Haven't seen you on a milk carton yet, now have I?
This guy, by the way, steps front. He's wearing half plate. He's got a shield, and he takes them both out, and he tries to make it clear that he's the bodyguard in the room, and you ain't doing nothing without him standing in the way, as it were.
Sir
Hey, we're just
Ironbolt-
talking.
The guy in
Sir
the back
Ironheart makes himself big.
puts his hand on the guy's shoulder and goes, "You were looking for milk cartons?"
It's a figure of speech. We're looking for a kidnapped person.
Ah, my name is Livicans Athnar. You are looking for missing people? It's not for the orcs to kidnap individuals. They're more the slay and pillage kind. Surely
Yeah,
you've
we heard-
heard they're planning to do a whole thing around here.
I've been hearing some stuff. We got some info on the way in. But there was a kidnapping we're looking for.
Livicus scratches his chin, and a small smile creeps on his face. Ah, then you have not heard yet. Thrull is planning to perform a grand ritual of a god called Gruumsh. A ritual that will signify him as the worthy one to unite the orcs. But such a ritual naturally requires sacrifice, does it not? Such is the orcish way.
So that would be who they kidnapped then.
Yes. Their ritual is happening somewhere deep underground, in the old tombs of this place. You know that Juljarak was once the center of an what is it called again? Seat of power, that's the term. Orc seat of power. Naturally, the rich and powerful are buried below. Perfect place to have a ritual. Also connects to the Underdark, but that's like most places that are underground. You can't build a fucking basement without connecting it up to some cobbled hatch.
Well, I suppose we'll have to go down then. You're not going to tell them we're here, right? Because they actually don't know, aside from the people who are currently sleeping.
Two guys have come out of the kitchen. Lyric. I don't know if you're like nervous about the fact that like two guys are coming out of the kitchen. They're wearing aprons. They have like cutting knives, not like weapons or anything. They're like, oh, what's all this? Oh, music.
Fun.
Because like the magic affects only two people, but you're still properly performing like a really good song.
Who can keep making these endless refrains like this?
Allow me to explain. The 30 is considered an exceptional performance. You may draw the attention of potential distant patrons, or even from extraplanar beings with a 30.
You have gods paying attention to you.
You summon orcas with your songs.
Like this.
No, that would involve him getting up.
Not to mention it's a 20 apparently. Oof. Livicus is. I don't know if you can trust this guy, but he does tell you that he won't tell anyone. He thinks it's more interesting that way. After all, if he doesn't have to pay tribute. I'm a big fan of orcs in a major way. It's party
Great, now
time.
we're rapping.
They'll be busting the moves and they'll be busting the rhymes. God damn it. I don't want anyone to be in anyone's digestion. Alright. It seems that Livicus has told you something, and he promises not to tell anyone. Is there anything else you would like to do with him? With Mr. Sly Smile?
Why are you here?
Well...
It's like that Spider-Man meme where he's just like sitting behind a desk. What are you doing here?
Spider-Man, you're John Jonas Jameson all along? Gosh. Let's see. The basic story that he gives you, like a summary, is that the Zatharim have kind of heard about the orcs gathering, so they went to take a look. Pay tribute. You know how it goes. You want to curry favor with the local lords. That's the excuse they're going with, at least.
Sure. Well, probably not the best choice, but I'm gonna trust that you're not gonna tell stairs and disrupt an arcane ritual.
This door,
probably-
what is behind it?
People. Also, this is probably gonna involve my fist.
I mean, if anyone has
So,
sense motive, you can get a hunch to see if this guy's up to something or not.
I think I actually do. Check my sheet. I don't have sense motive. Do either of you?
It's not a skill
Nope.
you need to be trained to use, though.
Let me check my skills.
So it's just your wisdom at that point.
Well, I'm gonna try because I have a +2.
Yeah, you're better than me. No, not bad.
Sense motive 14. Alright. That means I gotta roll 2. Alright. The best way to put it is you get the feeling that he has ulterior motives. Like, he is definitely not telling you what his real mission here is, but you're not sure that what he really wants is actually contradicting what he's telling you. So it's kind of like you find someone and he's like, "Oh, you saved me. Why are you even here?" And it's like, "Well, of course I'm here to help the good and just." And the real reason he's there is because he wants the brown nose. You know, that kind of stuff. It's like you're not sure. You're taking a risk, but it's not as big of a risk as it feels. We're evil. Consecutive normal punches.
Just bam.
I'm evil. I love the god of evil. Go evil. He's a little flag.
Alright, I think we should probably keep going before our lyric loses any of their orcs' attention.
I do warn you, though. I heard that Thule is quite the character. Which is the bodyguard does that.
Fucking ominous.
Because the bodyguard's like, I don't want to... Oh, these guys are up to something. They smell like goody two-shoes.
Okay, let's try to get in through this door. Maybe there's stairs. We need to find stairs somewhere.
We heard there are orcs behind
You
that
see
door, right?
nothing because it's dark.
I'll
no.
lead the way.
Sir
dark
Ironheart
vision?
walks into a dark room.
I have blinds fighting.
What do you have?
Blind
Blind
fighting.
fighting.
Yeah, that mostly just helps you if you know where people are. It doesn't actually help you find them. I think. Actually, it might. I forget. Or is it just... Oh, oh, this is ridiculous what's over here. Oh, why does it just not post the whole goddamn text? In melee, every time you miss, you roll. Okay, roll percentage to miss twice. You don't lose armor. Okay, yeah. So, invisible people only get so much benefit. You actually move normal. Oh, you take only half the normal penalty in darkness. Ooh,
Basically, if something wants to swing, I can swing back.
you bump into someone, big and tall.
Uh,
You hear a growl, and then a punch is thrown. Actually, it's not a punch. You get hit like with with a shield. Wait, I need to know something about blind fight now. Are you considered flat-footed? Nope. So this does not get sneak attack. You get like a oomph in the gut
The metal gut.
as a guy starts yelling at you. Who do you think you are? Walk in here, Mr. Robot Man.
We are here on a mission. You need to be through.
There's another guy in the room. He's like, can he even see you? Like, I don't think he can see you. And you hear like swooshing of hands near your face.
I place a hand on their shoulder. We are on a mission. You need to go through.
Can you roll me an
Oh my
attack roll
God.
just to see if you get it right on the first go?
Alright.
No, wait. Roll me a D100 twice to see if you grasp at the air instead.
Just clunk.
Here's 1D100. And here's another D100.
Okay. Because of your blind fighting, you're able to find his shoulder after almost hitting him in the face. It's really hard to do this kind of stuff in the dark. And you tell him what you tell him.
We are on a mission. We need to go through.
They are confused because you can hear like this. Through where? This is a bedroom.
Understood. I leave.
You've left them in such confusion that they are uncertain if what just happened is something to worry about or not.
They probably won't even remember we were there in a few minutes because they'll be like, what the fuck?
Lyric is probably starting to get a little bit nervous at how long this is taking.
Okay, so it looks like we gotta... Wait. We can just go back up.
You need to go down, not up.
Yeah, but then we can go around again.
I
Because
can,
the
Around where?
stairs down are probably over here.
you can do whatever you dang well please. But at this point, like everyone's like in a semicircle around them, clapping their hands.
I'm gonna wave at Lyric to leave, and I'm gonna go back up, and I'm gonna circle all the way back around, so I don't have to go through that main room again.
My goodness, you guys are being circuitous.
Well, I don't know where the stairs down are.
Like the second this turns into fighting, it's gotta be something.
Oh wow. They are all around Lyric.
Some of them are sitting on the rubble, others are leaning against the pillars. They're having fun. What do you want? Leave them alone. They just want to have fun.
Oh, great. The silent image spell is next to silence. That's good to know.
Silent image. So, I guess. Well, let's take you over. Go over to the rope. Take care of your business, kids.
Yes.
Okay, Lyric, you're gonna need some sort of exit strategy because everyone is like probably not gonna be okay with you just leaving out of nowhere. Get up the rope.
Yeah, I'm standing over by the rope. I'm not gonna go up yet because I don't want to leave Lyric behind.
Sir Ironheart wouldn't leave either.
Okay, so you wait downstairs where they can see you.
Well, I'm edging away as quickly as I can. 'Cause
Lyric?
I already...
What is your
Thank you,
exit
Lyric.
strategy?
Desert?
Dizzy, please.
Oh, my microphone was turned off.
Good job.
No.
Claire is here in spirit.
I was going to say I'm going to hit an incredible high note, take a bow, and then I don't suppose how quickly someone can cast a scroll.
What do you want to cast?
Invisibility. Just vanish.
You know what? I'm gonna let that fly.
Can you weave the words
Because
of the scroll
I
into
like-
your song?
I mean, you can't do that, but I like the idea of you like going, and this will be my big finale, and you pull out the scroll.
Yeah.
And then you're gone, like a magic trick. And everyone gives like a little applause.
Yeah, you Bilbo Baggins it.
You've been a wonderful audience.
You better
Goodbye.
climb that rope real damn fast. Because the second they
go,
realize that
go.
Lyric's still around.
Oh, no, I
Yeah.
went through one of these southern doors. I went around to get down here quickly.
Cool. You check through the door, and the first thing that hits you is the god-awful smell. Oh, by the way, I imagine the dragons also woke up, so also like inside having fun. But as you open the door, you smell poop. You're in the latrines, motherfucker.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm trying to
Nothing
really
on
quickly
this-
figure out where to go to get down lower.
Why didn't you ask Livicus that?
I didn't figure they'd tell me.
Yeah, I
Please don't
mean,
have a plan.
They seem
Would
like the kind who did it, who wouldn't.
Okay, well, since you've decided to... Nice! Since you decided to wait so long on all this, I'm going to roll the complication right now.
Oh
You
no.
rolled one.
yeah, geez, thanks.
This
Thanks,
is what
Ben.
happens when you sneak around and tardy. So, as you're having a lovely little time running around the place, Lyric like keep climbing, and everyone is very confused because Diamond's like, "No, I gotta check the latrines." Although you can definitely tell because I imagine that even as a monk's like, "Ooh," gotta pinch your
Yeah,
nose
I
for that
mean-
one.
An orc dookie could like kill a small cow.
A very drunken, fancy-looking orc like stumbles out of the bar. He is high on something because he's like, "Yeah." He looks a bit bruised, like he just took a few punches to the face. And he walks on over to Ironheart and like falls onto him and gives him a little like jab in the gut. Would you get? Man, you got a lot of armor here. Ironheart, someone is violating your personal space very much.
I hit him in the gut.
Oh,
Alright, now you're thinking like an orc.
No, I asked did they hit Sir Ironheart in the gut.
yes, yes. They like gave you like a not like painless. Like if you were like a human being, you would probably feel like a oof, but it's not like trying to kill you or anything. It's not hit point damage.
Ironheart
Okay.
punches him through a wall.
That being said, I think as a construct, I think you're immune to non-lethal, so you wouldn't even feel punches unless you're dealing with someone who knows how to karate.
Yeah.
So again,
So I don't know. I guess I just kind of returned the punch because that's what people do.
he in his drunken stupor, and he smells. You can smell it on him. He's got that drunken aura. Now that's an aura paladins will never have. He kind of pats your cheek and almost rolls over you. It's like, I did it. And he starts waving towards the people inside the big building. I did it.
I
I'm the arm wrestling, everyone.
I put my hand on his shoulder. Do you know where the stairway down is?
He blinks like one eye at a time. Wow.
Wow, he is really wasted.
We require assistance.
Well, they're in the back, of course. Why would you build
Ah, shit, it's all
the entrance to the catacombs in the front? Oh, that won't make it really easy to put all the corpses in. You just roll them down from the battlefield.
Come with. We require assistance. I put his arm over my shoulder and just ask him to like point us to the door.
He tries to point from the position you're currently at, but his aim is way off. He's just pointing at a wall. You can ask those 50 gentlemen inside for directions. You know, you're pretty. You're pretty fancy for an orc. Only they don't wear plate. It's too much armor for the fight.
I am not in plate.
He squints and he can't make sense of it by the looks of his eyes.
I am plate.
We should get a move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're sure as hell not going back through the. through the.
So what's the plan? We still
road.
climbing up the rope.
Yep.
Okay, go up the rope. Go.
Alright.
You're invisible.
Ironheart, you still have a guy who's clinging to you.
Yeah, I'm going to just sort of hope that the orc is a little too wasted to notice, and I go up the rope as well.
So
Yeah.
you go up the rope while everyone inside is like looking your way because this guy is loudly proclaiming stuff while hanging on to Ironheart.
Oh.
Carefully guide the orc into a sitting position on the floor.
Ironheart,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you this one.
Yeah.
Okay, roll me a bluff check. I should try to play this cool.
I'm praying to the heavens.
I am too. Where's that bluff? There it is.
I just think it's funny because otherwise I'm just gonna they are
It had to happen.
So,
Yeah.
Yep.
because you decided to loiter, like, I don't know why you didn't just go through the bar up the stairs, which would be a way less conspicuous way of doing things. You just climbed up the wall. Like, I get it, right? They get it. Arm strength. You gotta train those guns. I get it. They get it, right? But now is not the time. Especially not if you're doing it by your lonesome. So, while this one guy are next to, like, almost immediately falls asleep the second his legs are, like, flat.
It's like, oh, I'm on the ground. Time for bed.
It's baby time. Unfortunately, the people inside the main room are like, wait a minute. There's something fishy going on. The big guy probably starts to feel like he's been like something's up. And so he points at Ironheart and yells, "Stop! Get over here and explain yourself."
Get over here.
I turn to face him. I'd start walking forward.
You got the classic Bella going on, people. You never know.
This does happen.
You never know how this works out. Let's see that raw chaotic energy. So you approach him,
Just
and instead of
like
like
a
going through the
hole.
door, you start like clambering over the rocks.
It's the shortest path.
Well, since you're being so stupid about it, he'll just walk around the rubble as well to get a little closer. All of his men are like, oh, well, two of them actually have to go back to the kitchen because that's what it's supposed to be. Showtime's over, kids. The rest of them all return to like where they're supposed to be. There you go.
You said my plan of just snapping all their necks one at a time when it worked.
Well, you know, you never know how this might work. Sir Ironheart, you are expected to explain yourself. Or he will have you put down like... Well, he's not sure how you were put down. Not like a dog. You're too metal for that.
I'm here for a purpose, and I must fulfill that purpose.
That doesn't explain
What is it?
anything to anybody.
What is it then?
I like it. It's a very construct thing to say.
I am here.
Then what is your purpose, machine?
Oh boy. My purpose is to acquire an asset. You are not privy
Again.
to the details of the asset.
He
I
leans
must
in.
acquire.
This guy like leans in and wants to... Do you know what an asset is? They all shrug back at him. They don't know what an asset is. Listen, when you have 8 intelligence, you aren't allowed to know big words like asset.
One guy in the back's like, I think he wants your butt.
He's a sex bot.
No! Ironheart, no!
The paladin becomes the pounded.
Fisto.
Oh my god. Oh. Okay, Sir Ironheart. As you're lounging around, Livicus is like peeking in through the doorway. Because he's curious how things have panned out since you guys are clearly like rogue elements. He wants to know what's up. Wyvern is bored, so he goes back to sleep. Ironheart, you have to explain what this acid business is all about. Because he doesn't understand your words. Meanwhile, upstairs, what are you doing?
We're discussing in text so you guys can continue the scene what to do if things go bad.
Yes.
I think if you throw someone unconscious off of a roof, that'll get everyone's attention.
Yeah. Maybe we can just. We have to be like stealthy about it. We have to do it from a distance so they can't see that it's us. But also, we have to stage it so it looks like he's falling off, like someone fell off the battlements, and then you can use the commotion to get away.
Wait. We could do the one at the front.
Ah, that's true.
Because then they'll think someone's attacking from the front.
That's a good idea.
Now we're up here. We're in the back. They won't expect us to be in the back already.
Yes. Oh, and I could probably use maybe I shouldn't cast a spell. It'll make too much noise. I was
What spell are
just
you
using
thinking?
ghost sounds, so maybe it makes the sound of some sort of invading person.
I don't think you can make that much sound.
Hmm.
But still. I'll go. And we'll wait here and we'll see if it gets bad. If it gets bad, then we'll do the distraction.
Ah, yes.
Sir Ironheart, I need an excuse.
There is no excuse. I am looking for an asset and require a means to go through to the asset. Where are your prisons?
So he huddles up with his other guys, and they have like this little conversation. Very, very shh, quiet, quiet, quiet. You can roll me a listen check to see if you can catch anything of what they're saying. I doubt it, but you can try.
I mean, I can try.
You don't catch
You
what the
can
conversation
also do
is.
very badly.
However, the big man steps on top of a big rock, like a leg up. I can take you to your asset.
Very well. I will accept this.
Oh, oh God.
Can we?
He
Wait,
requests that
what
you
was I
follow him. It's that simple.
I need to wait.
I thought you needed to find an asset.
I do need to find the asset. I need to wait
For what?
for assistance
From whom?
from my compatriots.
Oh,
Why?
Okay.
So you hear an increasingly frustrated man downstairs.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm gonna go for the distraction since I'm not being marked. So
Yes. Maybe me and you make the distraction, and then we'll try to scuttle.
So I'm gonna make a loud yell like I'm an orc. Try to copy it, and then I'm gonna throw this guy off the ledge and make it sound like he by an arrow.
Excellent.
I don't know what skill.
What do
orc
you do
intent-
after you've
orc
made that sound?
impersonation?
Well, then I run back all the way over to them as effectively as I can.
You do know you're located next to a building with like 8 dudes in it, right?
That is a thing that I forgot.
Like, I've screwed you over enough today. Buzzsaw.
Buzzsaw.
Yeah, they're buzzsawing in the house.
Ah,
They want floor heating.
Wow. Like a
I
bunch
can
of
I can do
clowns.
the throw without the yell, and now take them a moment to notice what's going on.
I mean, there's
They
no one on the
still
walls
hear
to
it.
notice that stuff. That's the problem of what you did.
You should just do. I mean, you can run pretty fast, right?
I can run 50 feet around.
Yeah. I mean, you can do the yell, push him off, and then just sprint as fast as you can. You could use your little monk legs.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try to get
Or
over.
you could run the other way. You could run around the west route.
I mean, I can copy an orc voice pretty easily and just kind of yell out like, "Enemies at the front door!"
And you are a
Uh,
Kenku.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Well, if
That is a
Kenku
thing
wants
I
to do
have.
that. If Kenku wants to Kenku. Bluff versus sense motive. We'll give it a go. You never know. If that's the plan you want to go with, at least.
I mean, we need to do something, otherwise Sir Ironheart is dead meat.
Like, you can
So
see
the
a
rest-
big orcish hand resting on Sir Ironheart's shoulder at this point.
Yeah, I'll yell out, "Enemies at the front gate! Quick!"
Enemies
a
at
lot
the
of
front
them.
rate.
They didn't notice the last part. They just thought it was
There's a-
normal. The guy always does that.
They got a really big bird with them.
Now, unfortunately, I don't think any one of these guys have any skills in sense motives. They're all like, that must be true. So what happens is Sir Ironheart. God damn it! I keep saying Sir Metal.
We're using Sir Metal Fist.
I thought I could escape
You
after
did-
Bethany Ethany, but now we're here.
You did this one to yourself.
No,
You did this.
Sir
My
Ironheart.
brother in Christ, you made the sandwich.
The strong man gives you like a shove on your chest. His anger gets to him, which is to say that he activates his barbaric rage. Distractions! Distractions! And he will storm off to the front gates.
I'm just gonna grab him.
No.
All right.
Let him go.
Oh wait, yeah, okay, I'll let him go. I'll let him go.
Okay.
So
we can let you
Ironheart's like,
slide.
wait, I have to.
I have
I,
more
I
things.
won't go.
But Bella,
things to
the
tell you.
grapple rules.
We don't need the flow chart.
Well, he runs off in a furious stupor, saying "to arms," and he'll run up, and he'll get on his big boy's back, and like a whole bunch of dudes in the room will follow him out to the front gate, which they will find closed. So they'll be distracted for a moment by that.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
The
Hustle.
main
we're
room is
rushing.
empty.
Yeah, we're rushing towards the stairs in the back.
Yeah, go. Definitely time to move.
I'm gonna parkour my way down. I'm just gonna jump down that ledge because I could. I also have
Game's
boots of
paused.
jumping.
Do it.
Game's paused.
It's not.
Yeah.
It is.
There you go. Okay, go. Yeah, I basically rush and sprint over to the back staircase.
Over to the back staircase.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump down. I'm gonna parkour
Go, baby, go.
because
Go, baby, go.
I can roll a 2 and get a 24.
Oh yeah, you have a good jump.
I mean, you could, with numbers like that, yes, you can just make it down.
It's not a
So
yellow
Ironheart
chart.
opens the way to a large dining room.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot where the thing was.
The stairs are near the broken part.
Ah, yeah, okay.
You see a large procession of angry orcs storming through the front door, with some of them splitting off through the western exit. This distraction will certainly not last long, given the fact that it's only like a short distance to the door.
I'm just gonna wave to the 2 people watching us as I sprint through the back door.
I think we're all somewhat fast, aren't we?
You're not slow, I think.
Yeah,
None
I
of
know
us
I'm
are
cat
slow.
folks.
Oh wait, Jirak is actually slow.
Yeah,
Ah,
I'm not
yeah.
very quick.
I think I might have
Only
made
got
a
little legs.
No. You have 30 feet. I made a mistake with your armor.
Alright.
The legs can take you faster than you thought.
Well, when I'm panicking.
You're now in a dark
Metalfist,
room.
we need to teach you how to lie.
Well, if you go in here, it's dark, by the way. So, if there are any doors going anywhere, you couldn't see them.
I don't suppose I have the ability to see in the dark as a cat person.
No, but you can see light. Light is stronger for you than for others, but you can't see in the pitch dark.
Ah, okay.
Hey,
With the door open, we can't see anything with the light coming in.
Well, the light only streams in so much from the fireplace. Like you-
Close the door. Close the door, because we want to be unseen. I have
Yeah.
a spell for this. I'm talking in the dark.
there
I have a
are.
spell for
You
this, I
can use a
think.
cantrip to make like a little light source. Yes.
Yes, I want to use dancing lights as a cantrip.
I would personally recommend light because dancing lights is like. Is it like that still? Light
well,
is
I
a
can just-
cantrip. Dancing lights is not.
Dancing lights is a cantrip, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's
Gosh, I'm
level
getting
0.
all mixed up. All over this. Dancing lights. Let's see. Depending on the version you select, to create 4 lights that resemble lights of torches. Guys, yep. Must say within a 10-foot with another. Okay, cool. Gotcha. The lights can move. What's this? Does it take anything to move them? Nope. They just stick around for a minute.
Nope. No concentration required either.
Yeah, but still, light the cantrip lasts like 10 minutes per level. This is just a
Oh.
minute.
Do I
Yeah,
have?
it-
Oh, I do have light. Yeah, I think I'll do light instead, just because I didn't have a spell description.
Abracadabra. Your light.
It has to be cast on an object, right?
I know that like things like silence don't have that restriction here. But
Yeah,
let's take
cause
a
an
listen.
object to glow like a torch. I guess I just glow my short sword.
Ching.
Sting,
You can
is
see the
that
room.
you?
You're inside of a dining room. There's a large, fancy tarp that depicts orcs in battle off to the side. In addition,
There's
there
2
are
dudes.
that's the kitchen. Yes, you could probably smell that. Although they would probably be gone because there's fighting to be had.
Ooh, good.
People are ringing the battle bells and stuff to get everyone out and ready.
It's a larder.
They're all out there. Where are the enemies? They're invisible.
I saw them turn invisible earlier.
Yeah, not
They
entirely
must all be
unsure.
out here. Where are the stairs?
I
There's some stairs over here that go up.
And it's the opposite direction of where we want to be.
I mean, there's a curtain.
At some
back
point,
here.
we're gonna have to grab some shovels.
There's a curtain over there.
where?
In the back over here.
Huh?
Can I part the curtain and see behind it?
There's a wall.
Ah, there's a wall.
However, there are two
Wall's
openings
not.
beside you. If only the light source was closer, you could see into them.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, when you're going to be the torchbearer, you have responsibility to your people.
Sorry, I did not see that. I did not see the opening. Yes, let me take a step over.
This
And-
one goes up. The other one goes down. You found a way down.
We did it. We solved the
So, fun
down
fact about
puzzle.
that stair that goes up, you know that door where Diamond Pedal decided to stop snapping necks? You could connects to this.
So there are like multiple ways I could have solved a lot of this halfway.
Yeah.
we had
And
to show off our style.
See, this is what happens when I run out of Slim Jims.
Do it the hard way.
Okay, Sir Ironheart, you stand in front. I'll stand right behind you, and the other two can stand wherever they like.
What is a
Okay, let's keep
oh.
moving.
It's the one on the right, I think.
Yeah, Sir Ironheart just starts walking up the stairs. This is
Right.
down.
It needs the cardio.
Well, it's the downstairs if you're up, so. They're on to something. Time to go into darkness. The dungeon floor number uno. There should be a stair thing there, but you can't see because of a lack of light. Let me just put a little light source on that baby. There you go.
Oh yeah.
You can go
Upper
first, and I'll go after.
and down.
Yep.
Oh no, I forgot to put in a wall. I thought I had all the walls, but it was one that
I like low charisma, low wisdom.
Low wisdom.
You've made it to the dungeon floor. As you proceed down the stairs into the cold, well, it's probably actually warmer down there than it is outside. You proceed into the damp bowels of the earth. The sounds of falling and splashing water becomes ever louder. There's a waterfall down here.
Oh God.
In addition, the worked stone does give this kind of dungeony feel. A place where you bury the dead to never see the light again.
You can move your token in front.
I hope there's no dragons in here.
The walls consist of crude masonry, and the floors are made of mortared flagstone. And when you enter the large room, there's already some orcs on alert because they saw your goddamn light source shine down. So, we're going to end it here, with you discovering a large octagonal room. You see a fallen over orc statue in the corner, and a massive octagonal hole at the center.
An octangle.
Yeah.
An arctangle.
I forgot how deep it goes. I think at this point it's like 130 feet down.
Welcome to the Octagon.
Here we go. The shaft drops 130 feet deep into a pool of water. That is not deep enough to do a cool dive into without shattering yourself on the bottom anyway.
You'd shatter yourself on the surface.
That too. That probably too.
Wow.
I can't believe I got killed by a puddle of water.
Like, I think it's like 100 feet if you're not diving properly. It'll straight kill you.
Let's see how falling damage is calculated when it comes to water. Falling into water is handled somewhat differently. If it's at least 10 foot deep, then you'd reduce the damage by 20 feet of falling. The next 20 feet is non-lethal. Beyond that, the rest is lethal. So yeah, because it's not even deep enough, you're just taking the full 13d6 on the way down.
Oof.
Now, if you make a DC 15 jump or tumble check, you can reduce the first 10 feet damage, but it can reduce the distance by 10 feet, and you take 10 feet, first 10 feet of non-lethal.
Wow.
Amazing. My stomach is aciding. all over the
No.
place. Well, that was that. A nice warm up.
Yeah.
The question du jour is as simple as it gets. Do you guys want to continue this or make your own characters and do the proper stuff?
I mean, I'd like to finish it. I don't
Yeah,
like to
I think we could finish this little this little arc because I like these little
this little
interactions we have.
clusterfuck.
Yeah, and if we die, we die. But I want to at least
The
see
irony
it to its
is
conclusion.
that getting out of here is going to be the problem. Well, if that's the
Yeah,
case,
through there.
I have to calculate how much experience you've gotten. And in 3.5, that's a chore.
Time to
Especially because of how
fire up,
much we did with not violence.
fire up the experience.
Oh, wait. Yes, there is an experience Tron. That makes this a hell of a lot easier.
Like Diamond Petal gets a lot of experience by killing a lot of dudes.
Only targeted monsters show up. Oh, does it have to be like this targeting? Okay, that's goofy, but I'm okay with it. It's actually way
Wait,
easier.
did we even kill anybody? I don't think we did. Not even a creature,
You
really.
don't have to kill anyone to gain the experience points.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
several people are unconscious. I'm pretty sure the one I threw off the ledge is dead.
Oh yeah, that guy's dead. It's the Steve guy. He said.
Okay, before I
Takes
do
off the
this,
ledge.
I need to make sure that I'm doing this correctly, or I'm going to shit a brick. So I'm gonna open up Ironheart sheet. Okay, Ironheart sheet. I'm gonna award XP and make sure that this is giving you 800.
Oh, hey, Sam Jackson just said something about the Marvel movies that.
Oh.
I'd rather be Nick Fury than Chase Oscars.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess I'll just have to do this a little bit by hand. Let's take a look.
It's funny when I heard that. I like said when you heard that, I was like, "Who's Chase Oscars?"
It sounds like a director.
I did
Yeah.
think that as well.
It's my next
Okay,
character name, Chase
that's-
Oscars.
That is 1100. Who am I even going to award an experience for on this top floor? I guess you knocked out a whole bunch of people.
You should
Yo.
split it between Lyric and Diamond for knocking out people and
I mean,
seeing.
I would
songs.
award individual experience if we were doing this thing on the short term, on the long term. But we're just doing this for one. I don't want anyone to feel too left out on the long term, so we're gonna be nice about it today.
Yeah.
Not to mention the fact that who really cares? Just a little. Oh, god dang it! I misclicked, and I think I did untargeted everyone. God dang it! And then. All right. Which button? That button. Oh. What? Oh. Oh. Uses the party members on the map. Well, that's just goofy. Oh, that was pretty cool. I don't think the automatic award experience button works though, and I also forgot to set it so that if you click and drag over large distance, okay. Oh god, this is painful. Give me a moment. I gotta put your tokens back on the map. Lyric, you, and then I need you, and I just need you to be here so that I can target all these boys. Why is there no instant target everyone? Let's see. That is okay. We're at 11 now. We're at 1625. I mean, you technically circumnavigated all these boys through a way that will ultimately cost you your goddamn lives, but hey. I award
Yeah,
experience if you overcome an obstacle, even if the overcoming is you just walking around them. You get half points for these guys, though. Don't forget that. Them's the rules. God dang it, I hate
It's
this.
still a lot of boys.
Hey, if you get half experience on a lot of boys, that's still a lot. God damn it, I need to copy paste your tokens back over again because again, it only seems to calculate it if you're there.
Half of a lot of boys is still a several amount of boys.
It might just be a. I mean, at some point, low-level boys stop awarding experience. Let's see. This is okay. So we had 11, then we had 1625, and now we have. I think that's 100. Yeah, that's plus is okay. Okay, that's fair enough. But okay, that's that. But I think you earn. Yeah, you technically also get points for these two bozos. Because you also technically got past them. That's another. Okay, and I think that's. Everyone gets 3,375.
Gas.
which
Ooh,
puts you at
the big-
10,375.
Does that mean we level up?
Yes, and since we're not doing this for realsies, you can level up right here and now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Level up.
It's a fancy
yeah.
level up button.
There is a very
Okay.
fancy level up button, but you have to go and actually put your class together as well. which
Yeah, because we
yeah,
special.
you have to go to the feature section and like actually add a class level, or one count it.
So where's the level up? Oh, there's the level up button. It's pretty.
For your hit points, by the way, take half of the hit dice maximum plus 1. So if you have a hit die of 8, you take 4 plus 1, 5. So the 5 he averages, basically. Again, to kind of streamline the fact that I put you in a hole, not of your own design.
We're in a literal hole too.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay, so the
What would
average
be
hit
the
die
one
would
for-
be half of it plus 1, right? So if
Half
I
of
have a
max plus
d6,
one.
it'd be 3 plus 1.
Okay,
Yes.
I just remembered I need to pull up 2 blocks because I know that 2 people are using non-standard classes.
Yes.
I'm using the standard version of classes.
Wait, where's the
Okay,
fancy
so
level
leveling
up?
up rogue wouldn't really help me.
It looks like I already have 4 levels in elementals on my character sheet.
Yep, because we're 4th level.
Yeah.
Well, now we're 5th level, but
Let's take a look at... Oh gosh, I think Bella
Okay.
gets cooler moves now too.
if I go into monk, I get key strike.
Yeah. Alright, so Bella.
Yeah.
You get a bonus feat,
Yay.
which you must pick from the
Alright.
following list of feats. Let's see.
Do you
Acrobatic...
add your,
Hmm?
do you add your con modifier to help?
Yes. But it
Okay.
does that automatically. The number in the little box is only your hit die roll.
Okay, so I'll just set that to 4. Alright, got it.
Wink. Here, I'm just going to show Bella what the bonus feat list is then. Bella, you also learn 1 maneuver. I'll show you the
Yeah.
maneuvers in a bit.
Yeah.
Unless you can pull them up
Also-
yourself.
Wait, where do I edit my HP?
You do that when you level up. It's like you pick your class, and then under that is a section for your... And then it's between the class and the skills part.
Also, I don't know what
Oh,
page
I think I
maneuvers
screwed that
are.
up.
You can open it again. Just click. No, you haven't even assigned yourself another level, you dummy. Go to features and classes and add that level.
Yeah, I did to monk.
Yeah, you haven't saved it yet.
Okay.
Because level 5 is still like the big up arrow to me.
Well, no, I'd be weird. Okay,
Alright.
I guess there's gonna be a save button somewhere.
I think that because you're level 5 now, Bella, you get to pick 3rd level maneuvers.
Ooh.
So let me see what Warblaze can pick. Warblaze can't pick those 2, and they can't pick that one. So, okay, wait. No Setting Sun, no Shadow Hand, but they do get okay. I call them Ironheart because that's one of the things they can do.
Hey, I didn't need to roll for HP. How do I undo it?
Just edit the box.
To 6?
Yours is 12, right?
Yeah.
Then make it a 7.
7. Oh, wait. Oh. No.
Bleh. Here you go. Is there anything in there that makes me go, ooh? Oh man, that's a good stance though.
What?
That's a good stance. DR2. I mean, you're mostly fighting people that do physical damage. I think DR2 is pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can relearn stats. I imagine you can. Let's take a look. Let's
Okay,
check
my
it
stuff's
out.
all added.
Okay, it looks like I learned 1 more first level spell and 1 more
Give
second
me,
level spell.
give me uno momento. Because I think you're actually supposed to have something else. Classes. Shugenja. Because aren't you supposed to get... Oh no. You're one of those people. Oh, sorry. You're one of
I
the...
think
Yeah.
I was looking at this earlier and I was like, am I supposed to have like specialized spells?
No, you're supposed to... so, spontaneous casters in 3.5 have delayed leveling of their spells. They get higher level slots 1 level later because the game drastically overvalues your versatility. I think it's
Yeah,
dumb.
kinda saw that.
Also, I have slow fall and I now have key strike. My fists are magic.
So you do indeed learn another 2nd level spell. You learn another 1st level spell, and you learn another can't whip.
Well, I already know all the cantrips. So
Yeah. You do, however, get another second level slot, so that's nice.
Yeah. Okay. There were some spells I saw that I was like, huh, it'd be nice if I could use that. So now I can.
Wink. Man, I'm so tempted to just say take that third level slot because I do think that the delayed spellcasting thing is bullshit.
No, I'll just stick with the lower levels. I don't
I'll
want to worry
shake
about.
my fist so angrily at them. Primarily because it breaks the. They have 2/3 casters. Why did they make this like this? I flail my arms in frustration. All right. Well, lyric's lyric. What does a bard get at 5th? Let's take a little look-see.
I think Firefox just crashed.
No.
Apparently, you don't get much. You get another. You get some slots. That's always nice.
Tried to drag things too quickly and everything. The world ended.
Don't drag so quickly.
Pass without
Oh,
trace
hey, my
isn't
unarmed
as
damage
good.
went up.
Nice. Yeah, pass without trace definitely isn't as good as in this edition as it is in the 5th edition.
Well, invisibility is.
I'm 1 damage die higher.
To be fair, Path Without Trace in 5th edition is fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's pretty overpowered, but it would have definitely been useful for
It's a
what we're
plus 10. That's twice as much as advantage gives you.
doing. Yes.
What were they thinking?
Also, how do I add ranks in this sheet for my skills? Because I have
Oh
new
my
skills.
gosh.
On the level up.
Yeah. Go to features, go to classes, click the up arrow, assign your class, and then it just shows you like this is how many ranks you get. These are all the skills you can add them to. Heal. Stop having the yellow you haven't leveled up yet bar.
I don't. You guys keep saying this like.
You see the
Okay,
level with
level details. Now I found it. Okay.
Yeah.
Whew. Whew, whew, whew. You could be a rogue, or you could be another thing. The two
I
classes.
get 1 skill point.
No. You should get like 5 of them at the least.
Skill points at 0.
Because you
plus-
haven't selected a class yet.
If I did, it's right there. I just selected it.
At the top, under class,
Yeah, monk.
monk. Then it should say 5.
Nope.
Okay, Zala. I don't know what's up with your side of town. Stop being cursed.
Simply choose to stop
Excellent.
being cursed.
Stop having it be closed.
Would any of you appreciate a bull's strength, bear's endurance, or cat's grace?
Which, by the way, in the way I'm going to run it, lasts an hour per level. So those last for 5 hours.
Oh,
Throw them on the
okay.
guy who needs it the most.
That would probably be Sir Ironheart
Okay.
for either of them.
Even you said almost said Iron Fist. You weren't even there for most of that.
No, because his name was covered up by my
No.
character sheet.
Now Sir Ironheart can throw people in the hole.
That was what I was hoping we could do.
I am
Gotta
thinking of going
dunk
for
'em.
stone.
Sorry, what?
I was saying we're gonna dunk some people into the hole.
I mean, if you enlarge them, I think they get like +4 for being big, too, so.
I don't think enlarge is on my spell list.
No. The Spellulisto.
I think I'll probably take as a first level spell sleep, just because I used my 1 scroll for that and it was pretty successful, so I might take it again.
Why? Is light considered a common buff? No. Well,
Okay, I had to just refresh, I guess.
ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
So yeah, I have 5 skill points to add.
I said ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba.
I really don't need to add anything to jump.
Put all your points into jump.
Look, I could just go Mario.
10-foot
Move
vertical
your
leap.
hands from side to side. Do the Mario.
God, I've watched that show with Blair.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I watched it too with you.
Just like that.
That show was really dumb.
Oh God, that's aggressive.
What?
I put a torch. I put a torch on the lady, and now it's like flickering like crazy. That's really aggressive.
That's pretty cool, though.
Wait,
Hey, maybe just slow down the tempo.
Here, now it's not as harsh on the eyes.
Okay,
But it's
that's
still
better.
there.
now it's not letting me add points to my skills. If I try to type them, the level up box is not doing
You
anything.
have to use the buttons.
Oh, that's dumb.
I don't know why it does that, because it doesn't even stop you from putting more points in than you should be able to, but whatever.
That is actually kind of dumb, yeah.
I know why it does it, though, and I'll tell you why. It's because if you try to apply them to cross-class skills, it adds half-Cs. That's like the one thing that enforces. This is where low-light vision like really starts to shine, because those light sources are huge. So, like
Okay,
most
there,
of
I
you,
got the level
except
up
for
then.
Sir Ironheart. Well, he's blind fight. He's fine.
He's doing his best.
He doesn't need eyes.
Just grab that
Eyes are
statue's
for the living.
grab
and
that
the
statue's
I-
head and
what?
hurl it as a lethal weapon.
So are we going to call it tonight and then continue next week?
Next week we'll
Yep.
continue.
Okay.
Mm.
I mean, depending on if you guys decide to rummage all over the place before going to the ending, then yes, this probably could be done next week. However, if you somehow pick the most circuitous ride possible, who knows how long it'll take. I mean, you have to get out. Let's not pretend that getting out's gonna be all that easy. Not if they know what's up.
Especially because we'll have to escort somebody. And it's an escort mission. That means they'll have really bad tracking.
I just think it's funny that most people who fall down the hole at this level are just gonna be fucking dead if they hit the bottom. Something about it just makes me giggle.
But
Did Leaf
It is
lose hit?
also 3:30, so I'm gonna go sleep.
Did Leaf lose hit points?
Did I? No, I didn't. I didn't think I gained it the right amount though, for some reason. I was supposed to gain,
Oh no, you have a negative con score.
Six.
That's the thing.
yeah, I was supposed to gain 16, I think. Or my health is supposed to be up to 16, anyways.
Marvelous. Oh, by the way, I know that color spray is like a spell everyone likes to meme on for like, oh, it only affects. But you're fighting a lot of like low-level dudes. That spell is good in this context.
Yeah.
If you can get a few guys in one, I think it's dumb that you get it as a second-level spell, but whatever.
Yeah, or we could just push him down the hole, which is
I mean, it's
Again,
really.
infinitely-
I mean,
infinitely
what
more
do you want?
tempting.
Like, if you make him unconscious, you can just roll him in there.
Look, we've been either knocking people out or playing music all day. We can throw
Salah.
some people down.
Beb,
Poor Beb.
Ah,
I will
Good night.
say mean words like butt.
man, you're getting rude.
Got him.